Sounds good.
All right. Welcome to ChaoticCalling presents Curse of Strahd. We are joined by brave adventurers who have journeyed into the mist either by their own volitions or guided by the mist itself. We have with us today Doran Rakefire.
Oh,
A little slow on the uptake, but we're good. Bran Zapagan.
Hello.
Murdoch Oakenshield.
Murdoch says hello.
Bravos Dravidicus.
hello, y'all.
And Julia Sky.
Hey, y'all!
Not to be confused with Julia Child. All right. Our adventure
Oh
began.
god, you figured it out.
Shit, I was like, that sounds familiar. What? Yeah, but anyway, our adventure begins in 3 different places. We had everybody roll for their little starting hook, and one was in a tavern, a pair of colleagues sharing drinks, and then getting a letter from a gypsy-like man known as the Vistani. And, you know, he dropped some coin for you to get free drinks that night, offered you 2 letters, and he was on his way. Another place, there was Vistani, our gypsy friends, in a camp of a place where the head duchess wanted some folks she trusted to help them leave. They agreed to the task and helped them leave by joining them to save their prince. Alas, one lonely soul was out there on their own, resting peacefully in the woods. Till the mist took them. The group converges at the front gates and start to join together. You know, there's a little role play there. And as they started to meet and greet and investigate the lands beyond the gates, once they were inside, eerily closed behind them. And not far in, they had the scent of death smelt, and they went to investigate. There, which they find a letter in hand of a dead corpse. And as they kind of loitered there for a little while, the howling of wolves could be heard. Then they went to investigate. And as they went to investigate, they came across a pack of 5 direwolves. With a brief encounter with death, as one of the direwolves took poor Bran was forced to make a deal to come back to life, and now has his own little madness to deal with. The wolves leave after battering the group down. Eventually, after realizing the Vistani left them, they made their way to the village of Barovia. They made their way to the tavern that Ismark the Lesser, and was asked to help Ismark get his sister Irina to Falaki. After meeting Irina, they were met with the scent of death once more, as their father lay dead. They were then asked to help carry the coffin to the church, where they would meet the priest and hear the hungry boy beneath the church. And if there's anything I missed, feel free to jump in. Otherwise, I'm going to go look at my footnotes real quick.
Well, I would immediately, as I walk in, try to investigate how it looks inside.
Yeah, let's see here. Thank you for the sub. And
You're welcome.
Tell your waifu I said thank you.
Well, I just asked her because she just woke up from a nap and she's like, I don't care.
Alright, let's stay on task now. Let's see here. I'm looking for which one of my areas of Barovia. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, and what was your question again? I don't know.
Oh, I was just gonna investigate how everything looks inside.
Alright. What am I looking for? Oh, the village. Yeah, I keep forgetting that we're like jumping into chapter 3 and not... Yeah, so yeah. Okay, here we go. I found it, everybody. So...
Also, my wife says you're welcome for the sub.
Yep. And much appreciated. By the way, yeah, I'll go into that on break. But now, let's see what we got here. What we're looking at as soon as you enter, because I didn't tell you everything, but you see light all over in this main room and the priest behind the table. Let's see. Okay. Sometimes this information's a little daunting to get to. So the doors open to reveal the 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to an adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris. So what you see before you is all these benches. They're just torn to shreds. Looks like they've been beaten down. It doesn't look like anybody sat comfortably here in weeks, if not even months. And you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Then suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman voice scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor. Father, I'm hungry. You guys we got Julia and Bravos up in the front. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to continue carrying the coffin towards the guy up in front of us here.
I would hope not. I think we set that thing down outside.
Oh.
Yeah, I had the assumption that we left it at the front door. Because that's where Irene is at.
None of us said anything. That's why I didn't know. I thought we were still
let's do it this way.
I think at the end of the last session, we dropped it. That was kind of like the very last thing we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to say it's outside with Irina because she's still out there making sure that nothing happens to it. You guys walk in to try to get the priest. And yeah, you hear all this nonsense going on around you. You're taking in the scenery. But yeah, what do you do as you kind of like come into this? You hear that eerie voice from beneath the floorboards.
I'm going to approach to roughly this middle row of destroyed benches and kneel and be like, excuse us, Father, we are in need of your burial services.
Kind of like chippers up for a moment and stands from behind. Services. Who died? It seems anxious looking.
And I motion towards, I forgot her name again, the lady.
Irina.
That was
Irina's outside. Yeah, she's outside, by the way. Ismark.
No, the one that was standing. The one that was standing beside me before.
You're talking about me, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I guess so.
I only know NPCs. You're gonna have to be specific, bro.
I motion towards Bismarck, seeing as he's still in here with us. I motion for him to move up as well and be like, let the man.
Oh yeah, so you motion for Ismark to come in. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, Ismark starts to walk in. Other door. Donovich. It's a pleasure to see you, but I'm afraid it's under bad pretenses. Ismark. Okay, roll 20. Quit moving it for me. Thank you. Kind of like goes to Ismark. Ismark, what happened? I'm afraid my father was not able to make it. He seemed to have passed away just recently, and we need to make sure that he's laid to rest. And Donovich just kind of like wide eyes and he just says, oh dear, your poor child. Yes, of course, we must do this right away. And, what are you guys doing while they're having that conversation?
Doran is going to kind of be like stomping on the floorboards a little bit and angling his ear towards it. This floor has got a really weird creak to it.
Father, is that you? Please, I'm hungry. Now. And Donovich kind of like hearing that, kind of like comes down the hallway. Father? And yeah, he's like, oh, don't mind that noise. Don't mind it at all. Let's tend to your father then, shall we? And you can definitely see that he's got a nervous look on his face, but he tries to, like have you all come with. Come, Ismark. The rest of you, please. We can meet out. Where's your father at? And Ismark says, Irina's outside with him right now. Very good, very good. But what would you?
Can I open the door that's next to me?
Do you do it while Donovich is on his way out?
Yeah. After he passes, I'll just like open the door next to me real quick.
All right. Who's asking real quick, just so I can put names?
Murdoch.
All right. Yeah, sure. You can open it.
Inside.
As you open up this room here, time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room. It contains a few broken shingles and amid puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and a padlock. A young man's scream of anguish can be heard through that door. And Donovich looks behind him to see what's going on and says, "No, no, no, please, please." And he kind of like comes back. "Please, let's tend to the funeral rites, shall we? Everybody, come." He's just making sure everybody follows.
I'll follow out and
Jervos follows.
I'll whisper to I guess whoever's closest to me. It looks like Doran.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like Doran's the closest when I step out, and I'll be like, "Your voice is coming from that room. There is a door that leads below."
Don't
Are you
mind the
gonna
voice.
say it loud enough for Jervos to hear as well?
No, I would just say it whoever's right next to me, so that the
Well, me
Breeze guy
and
didn't hear me.
Doran are within the same amount of spaces, so that's why I was.
I was up there, but I got moved.
No, I would just say it to
We
Doran
were
on the
up
way
here
out.
previously. but,
Okay.
Like we were up here and then. Okay, yeah. So Doran just kind of nods and says, "Yes, something seems quite strange with the sounds that person's making." But he says it quietly so that only Bran can hear.
Make stealth checks. You're looking to beat a 10.
I'm sorry, make what check? I couldn't hear you.
Stealth check to hide your conversation.
Doran's
you're-
using his
Little
outside voice.
Murdoch will pass.
You guys are doing great. Murdoch is quiet as can be, but the rest of you are very well spoken.
So we're shouting at each other.
Oh,
basically.
I have an idea.
Mhm.
What'd you say?
I want to see that.
Star.
Yes.
Star. So whenever Doran, seeing as he's about to obviously fail, could I roll a performance to try to like fake a cough while he's trying to respond?
You're trying to cover up for him?
Yes.
Yeah, I just need to know your intent. Yeah, I guess I'll allow a performance if you want to use that.
Does the 6 work?
Yeah, it works all right. You cough, you make enough noise for everybody to be looking exactly where this conversation is taking place.
Oh no!
And Donovan just like, please, don't. And he closes the door by you, Murdoch. He comes over and closes the door. Don't. That's my. Just. He's like trying to avoid answering it. Just don't. It's okay. I'm taking care of that. I've been praying, and soon the Morning Lord will give me the answers I need. But for now, we have other pressing issues to take care of, do we not?
Yes, Father, we do.
So he kind of like heads back outside.
I follow him.
Murdoch will also follow.
I think we
I quietly follow behind.
All right. So let's see here.
I forgot this was out here.
So we're probably looking at about 5 in the evening. Does that sound right to you guys?
Yes, actually, because it was getting close to dusk when we got here.
Yeah. And the father says it is very close to sunset. If we don't do this before it sets, then it'll be in the morning before we could do it again. So if I could kindly ask you, strong-bodied people, to help me dig his grave, I would be much appreciated.
More than happy to help.
So, I wonder if there was a gravesite here. But
Looks like in the back.
yeah, like on this map, but there's not like a lot of room. So I was checking to see if there was something else just in case. But yeah, so we'll just kind of like have everybody go to the back. I will move his mark. We'll ping everybody to about right here, okay? So set yourselves up anywhere up there. And then something happens, we'll deal with it as it comes. So Donovich just kind of like grabs out a Bible of the Morning Lord, and he will come back here. We'll say like that monument that's back there is actually where you're digging right now. And that'll be where you...
I asked the priest if he has a shovel.
Oh yeah, he goes to like a nearby outhouse or a storage shed, and he pulls out about 4 shovels and offers them up.
You mean
Doran's going to
right
take
there?
out his...
Oh, go ahead, Doran. I heard you going.
Well, I was just gonna say, as it looks like manual labor is being implied, Doran takes out his lute and starts playing kind of like a funeral song, but it's very obvious he just doesn't want to dig.
Right, yeah. Oh, and yeah, make a performance to see if anybody I know is gonna make a fuss about this.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
what would I need to roll to try to beat that?
I don't think you can roll, dude.
I have to
Insight
try.
if you want.
Insight?
Yeah, do insight check. He's performing to get out of work.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. Yeah, his bonus would probably keep him from that anyway. At any rate, you guys, yeah, who takes up the shovels? That's what we need to know. Ismark takes one.
I'm gonna take up a shovel.
And
Hardlock will take a shovel.
Alright, so that's 3. Did Bran want to take a shovel too, or no?
He would
Fearless
scoff
grabs
and
the other shovel and just shoves it in his chest. Not spade in first, but sideways. Puts the handle to his chest, is you're helping.
Oh,
he would scoff and say, "Oh, manual labor."
Don't care, you're helping.
Ismark.
And I'm
watch you boys work.
I'm actually going to use a intimidation.
Nah, I don't think that'd be necessary. And besides Dribbles,
Okay.
let's let everybody have a chance to talk to. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you get a shovel in hand. Are you actually going to do anything, Bran? I don't mind you trying to act like you're doing something. That's perfectly fine too. Just let me know what your intent is.
I would probably scoff at doing manual labor and play with my hair.
This is beneath me. Yeah, alright. I mean, you're not hiding it or anything, are you?
No, of course not.
Of course not. Why would you? This is beneath you. Alright. So, yeah, you're leaning on the shovel. The other 3 are working hard themselves to get the soil set up. And the priest, over the coffin, as the melody is playing in the background, is chanting out a funeral pyre type, funeral procession, so to speak. We lay to rest the dear mayor of the city, blah blah blah, and goes on about the morning lord, how he will protect those of the dawn and be with the light, and it just continues on and on as you guys finish digging this grave with little to no help from Zap, but Ismark's it's okay. I need the distraction anyway. And slowly you're able to lower the coffin down. And I was looking for we were getting into. But yeah, as this is happening, what are you guys up to as far as?
Well, I just realized that I've been playing my character wrong a little bit.
You were getting a little outspoken, weren't you?
Yeah, I just realized that I was taking a look at it and I was like, oh yeah, he's shy, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Put him back in his place. Anyway.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if nobody's doing anything in particular, there's no scene you guys want to have, I just need perception checks and we'll continue from there.
Well, I was just going to say I was going to continue to talk to Irene to see how she's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you want to say to her?
Well, I would just say kindly, in my sweetest voice possible, I would say, are you doing okay?
She looks distantly at the coffin as it's being lowered. I'm doing. And she just casually keeps bringing her hand up to her neck and then makes sure that collar is popped over and stares off into the coffin. He was with us but a week ago. Curse that devil.
Well, again, I'm really sorry for your loss.
She nods and sighs.
Now you said a perception check?
Yeah, everybody make a perception. As the scene is finishing up. She continues saying to you, I'm just grateful that you've all come. And at least you help put one worry in my mind to rest. And as we see the sun set over Castle Ravenloft through the misty clouds, like you can tell daybreak is going further and further away, the sound of dirt moving beneath the ground next to Murdoch and Julia, you two being the ones who can hear it, and Bravos as well, okay? And nearby graves down the way start to burst open. Ooh. And those who rolled above a 14 will get to do a prize round, and then I just need everybody to go ahead and start rolling initiative because
Hey.
I think we only see 2 pop up for now. See how this goes.
All right, what do I gotta do? I gotta select it.
Yeah, I don't think I clicked on mine, but I got a 16.
Well, make
I
sure you
just
select
click on
your
it.
token because I'm lazy and I want you to do it that way so I don't have to do it.
It's all good. I'll fix it.
Okay.
All
right. For these.
Nice too.
Should I take my original initiative, which was not nearly as good? Yeah, I'll change it.
If you re-roll,
yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Works.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody on the board. Let's see here. I am missing a Julia.
I messed up. Let me try again.
Okay. So, if you want, you can edit it too if you want, and I'll re-sort it.
Oh.
So, yeah. So those who rolled above 14 on their perception checks, you see off to the side of your little funeral procession different graves that are just starting to rock about, and hands popping out of the dirt. And then all of a sudden, we see 2 zombies pull out of their graves. Being the first to react, Murdoch, you're the first one to notice. So if you like to do something as soon as they pop out of the ground, you can do a surprise round. And are you talking, Murdoch? We don't hear you.
Murdoch would be like, "Oh shit," and then take off running.
Oh,
towards these zombies.
My god!
Towards the zombies, not away. Okay, cool. All right, so go ahead and do your movement, and yeah, we'll say it's exactly where they are.
Actually, Murdoch will turn into a dire wolf and then jump over the priest and head that way.
Oh, all right. As you transform into a dire wolf, the priest falls to the ground as if begging. He's like, "No, don't!" And then he realized that was you that turned into a dire wolf. But then you can pull the dire wolf token over, right?
Yeah, I can. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
There we go.
And leave your token on the field somewhere so that your initiative stays on the board. And then move as a dire wolf.
Murdoch would move there and then attack the first zombie. Or, yes, the first zombie.
Yeah. I squared them off for you so you can get right up on them. Okay, we get a 15, I believe. That is a hit. Or 15 piercing. Nice. So you take a bite out of this undead creature as it gets out of the ground. See something. I think there's something unique about these. I want to double check real quick. Okay, that's specific damage. That's odd. Okay, so this was piercing. So yeah, you bite, gnaw, and start to tear off the arm, and it needs to make a strength saving throw, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I did it to you earlier, and this zombie is on the ground now, being gnawed up. Alright, anything else?
Murdoch does not have anything else.
Alright, and Julia, and who else was there?
Dravos.
Alright, okay, we'll go Julia, then Dravos.
Well, I'll move a little bit closer and shoot the closest zombie I can.
Alright. You guys looking?
Although I can't see the zombies at all.
Oh, okay, that might be a problem, huh? right, hold on.
Yeah, I can only see half of Murdoch's direwolf.
Same.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's the ultimate darkness.
Yeah,
We have
it
to be
is.
aware.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this with writing. There's the problem. Let me get rid of it. If I can drag this down. Did that fix it?
Oh yeah, that makes it better.
That makes it better.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking maybe they're not seeing this. I need to double check that. So problem has
Yeah,
been.
we wasn't seeing any of that.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah,
You're good.
Now you can see things. All right, perfect.
But yeah, I'm gonna shoot the closest zombie that the big giant dire wolf's attacking.
Mm-hmm. And what are you using?
I'm just gonna use my crossbow.
Okay, it is prone, so disadvantage.
There we go.
Why is this not scrolling down with me? All right, so 11 actually, or wait, 7 does not hit. Okay. So the direwolf
Oh,
has...
what's disadvantage?
Yeah, it was disadvantage because he pinned it to the ground, and you have disadvantage on prone enemies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dire wolf is just in the way too much, and he's just growling and biting at the neck and the arm of this zombie, and you try to shoot at it, unsuccessful. It just kind of like lands off in the distance. Anything else for your turn?
I can't do anything else right now, so I think that's the end of that.
All right, Duravos. Oh, I just realized. I think probably roll initiative for the NPCs, huh?
Maybe.
Getting started on that.
That might be nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and move to where I'm moving, if that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a surprise round, and then we're going to go to the top of the round after Dravos goes.
Alright, I'm gonna get right here on the move to here. I'm gonna pull my bow and I'm going to attack the one that's still standing. Crit.
Yeah, that hurts. Wait, which one are you attacking?
The one that's still standing.
Alright, yeah, that hits. Go for it. Ooh,
18.
that hurts, but he's still alive. Stabs right through the head and just kind of like walks with it.
Nice.
And that finishes your turn. Alright, now we're at the top of the round. Julia, you now have another chance to do something else. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll shoot the other zombie that's standing up since I forgot I had disadvantage on prone.
Yep.
So, I'll just ready another bullet.
Alright, go ahead. Oh yeah, that looks like that'll hit. Wow. That's a lot of damage for a light crossbow.
It's my finally first hit.
Nice. We got all of it. Every bit of it. Max roll on damage. It takes the shot. It goes through the ear. So it's got an arrow going through the head and one going through the ear, but it's still moving. It's still standing, but it looks like it's about to go down. Anything else for your turn? You want to move or do anything else? Bonus?
I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
Alright, fair enough. And Dravos, go ahead. And then we'll get to the people who haven't had a turn yet.
Yep, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at for the moment. I'm going to take another shot at the one that's still standing.
Alright, go ahead and make that shot for me. For me.
20
Yeah, that hits.
for 12.
Alright, and then I need to make a 15 con save. So you see
I think he got it.
Yeah, so you see it go down, and then as
But it gets back up.
Yeah, you're never going to keep me down. It gets knocked down. It gets up
Yeah,
again.
copyright.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not that good of a singer on that song. Don't worry. All right. Anything else for you?
Just making sure you don't get demonetized is all.
When am I going to get monetized? Be great. All right. So with that finishing off your arrow shot, you feel like you would have had him.
Yeah. After that shot, I'm just gonna like take a single step forward.
All right, Bran, what would you like to do? You see the commotion starting. They're engaged.
Yeah. I'm going to move here and I'm going to throw a javelin at the target that is standing.
All right, yeah. So you see this one over here with a couple arrows in its head, and a javelin goes flying. Go ahead and give me that roll, please. Get a 12. 12 does hit this thing, so go ahead and roll damage. For 8, which means we need a 7 plus 5, which is 13. And see if he comes back again. Wow. Goes down, your javelin sticking out of its gut, and then we see it stand right back up, looking like a porcupine at this point. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it, man.
Right.
Dravos just does a little face palm and is like, "Oh, I hate zombies."
All right. He sees that everybody is like doing long range attacks, so instead of engaging, he's going to pull out a heavy crossbow, loads the bolt, and he goes, "Irina, stay back! Strahd is sending his minions!" And he tries to fire off the crossbow at the one that is standing, and we'll see if he can knock it down. It's a 21 on the attack with 4. Wow, that's pretty weak. So that's 3 plus 5 is 8.
11. Oh, 3 plus 5 is 8, yes.
No. And he gets it with ease. So another bolt hits him in the arm, and he just kind of like I said, he's starting to turn into a porcupine at this point. After Ismark, it is Doran Rakefire. Please, by all means, take your turn.
Okay, yeah, Doran's gonna move up a little bit, and then, just so I'm understanding, this one is prone.
Mm-hmm.
This one is got a couple of arrows sticking out of him. Is that correct?
That is very correct.
Okie dokie. Well, he's just going to look at the one that's prone and kind of insult the stench that's coming off it. So that's a
Hideous
vicious
laughter?
mockery.
Let's see, what is it? They roll whiz?
A whiz save.
So, hey,
Not very
5.
wise.
No,
Nope.
they're not. They are not. So the one that's on the ground, you say?
That's right.
Gets-
This one here, so he'll have disadvantage on his next attack.
If he ever gets
And takes
up,
2 points of emotional damage.
we visibly see him laying on the ground with this direwolf. You insult his stench, and he like starts sniffing towards his underarm, like what? But you know, he can't smell anything. He's undead. Can't tell. It's
He
like
hurt his feelings.
it's like he's like, my nose is stuffed up. I can't smell it. You can't blame me for this.
I
Yeah.
thought I smelled good.
Yeah. But he doesn't speak, so we don't know what's on.
Does he even have a nose?
That is a good question. Probably not. Like, even if he did it, it's not working right now. All right. Anything else for your turn? There's
Sure.
If that's Brand's turn, we go to Murdoch.
Murdoch, hearing the conversation, would like to bite the zombie's nose off.
Go for that. Yep, that's a bite and a half, and this thing hasn't even
Oh,
had a
that's
chance to
cruel.
stand up yet. You bite its nose off, and you feel the fleshy, undeath-like meat in your snout, and you know, like, this thing had bad breath to begin with. Now you really can inhale it, and it's just driving your senses crazy with how dead this thing is. Anything else for your turn there, Murdoch?
Murdoch would like to reposition here.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. The priest tries to make a dash towards the inside of the church. And he cries out something like, Strahd is here! Strahd is here! I gotta run! I must be away from here! Irina, not to be outdone by her brother. What do you have, my lady? Pulls out a rapier. And she goes, Brother, I cannot leave this funeral in such disarray. And she will try to... You know, all she can do is get that far, and she just holds action to attack anything that gets near her. So she gets her full movement, and she just kind of like goes into a parrying stance with the rapier out.
Defensive stance, you mean?
Both. She's getting ready to riposte. I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
getting ready for a riposte state. Like, basically, she's going to attack anything that comes up in her face. But now, the zombies finally get a turn. Wow. This one will spin half its movement to stand up. And it touches its nose, realizing that it's gone. And, of course, it's going to attack the direwolf for it.
Probably thinking, give me back my nose or something.
So, yeah, it goes bite, trying to bite you back. And then we see its hands reach up into the air. And each one comes down in succession. So 2 claw attacks accompany you, and I don't think but one might hit you.
The second one hits. Or third one hits, sorry.
Yeah, for 5 slashing. So it goes after that nose, and then all of a sudden you get pounced with 1 claw, but the other 2 attacks just kind of like he just swings too wildly, or he just bites at air. The other one, with you being the closest, will do the same. So bite, claw, out. So,
wow.
Yeah, this one here takes a bite out of you, but misses. And then all of a sudden, the first right hand comes down, claws you. You take 6 slashing from that, and then he rips back around and claws you again, and this time taking 7, even though that was a critical. Wow, less damage than the first. Well, less than average on that. Anyway.
Murdoch lets out a growl.
How are you looking there, pup?
Murdoch is perfectly fine.
Nice. Alright, so yeah, the zombies come wailing on this direwolf, being the closest thing that they can get a hold of. And yeah, he's tanking up there. He's doing a good job. Julia, we're back to you, my friend.
Well then, I'm gonna move up closer since Direwolf's got it covered. So I'm gonna move my max range, and I'm gonna shoot the closest zombie.
By all means. They're both standing this time. Go ahead and roll damage. Which one do you want, left or right?
That one.
So that'll be 8. Yay. So you fire your bolts into that one, and it lands perfectly right on the spinal cord, and it just shatters. The head topples off. We see the noseless zombie defeated. Anything else for your turn?
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Bravos.
Alright, so I'm going to move half my movement speed to get up next to crap.
Not missing anybody.
Moomin, what was your character's name again?
Julia Sky.
Okay, so I'm going to get up next to Julia.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire at the other remaining. 23 hits.
23 hits. Go ahead and do damage. 6, 5 plus 5 is 10. Another arrow lands in the chest of the zombie. You just didn't quite get it in a spot that would sever it from its limbs. And it just got another arrow in it. Definitely living up to
This
the porcupine.
needs to die.
Bran, you're up.
All right.
There is a porcupine zombie over here, and that's about it for the moment.
Yep. I'm going to loose another javelin.
Alright. That hits. Seven. And with that, the javelin lands, hits a vital part of the bone structure that's keeping the zombie intact, and it goes down just like its predecessor.
Finally.
Anything else for your turn?
No, that's all.
What were you saying, Murdoch?
Are we out of initiative?
Nope.
Okay, never mind then.
Alright. So Ismar continues looking, and as you all kind of like gather around with the sunsets finally over, the darkness of the land kind of like spills over like a black mist, and it lightly covers your feet. And about that time, you hear dirt crushing close to this location, but nothing can appear yet. Ismark kind of like holds his action. He's going to fire if he sees anything that's aggressive. And Doran.
So did we all hear that, or do we need to perceive that? Is the sound of more dirt?
Yeah, let's do
stirred up?
perception. Yeah, let's do perceptions for everybody.
That'd
And
be
then-
cool.
Yeah, then
Ugh.
just looking for a 10 is all you're looking for. There you go.
Okay.
It sounds like everybody's got this. So yeah, there's definitely noise, like a loud crunching of wood, and then like some kind of dirt being moved from underneath, and then you expect something to pop up here in a moment.
So yeah, Doran is going to realize that it sounds like there's more things crawling out from under the ground, and he's going to shout to the others, as night falls, these creatures seem to be emerging. Maybe we should retreat to the church and the safety within. And he's going to move just kind of outside the door here.
All right.
And that'll be his turn.
You want to hold action or anything?
He could ready an insult, I suppose. Just have one of his favorite insults ready to go if anything pops up.
Sounds good.
Oh God! And the only thing that popped in my head was your mother is a toaster.
Murdoch, what do you want to do?
Murdoch would like to move near the trembling ground and then prepare a bite attack.
All right. Donovich ran into the church. Irina just like looking for something to swing at, but she's staying where she is. She will hold action as well if something gets within range. And as you guys were waiting, eventually out of the ground, this zombie, not giant, he just launches itself in the air and then gets on the surface and now is visible. Anybody that had a held action may take it. I think Ismark had a shot ready. He misses. The bite attack hits. I need to make a strength saving throw. He will fail that. Not good for the Rangers.
Oh, wow.
And, okay, 7 piercing. Alright. So sad that you're only doing piercing damage. Alright. Any more held actions? Did we do the vicious mockery as well, or are you going to hold longer?
It looks like he muted himself.
Doran, you there?
Rip.
Alright, Doran, if you are there...
About that, I was muted for a sec.
Yeah. Did you want to do your vicious mockery?
Do want to do my vicious mockery, yes.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's something to the effect that, oh, you smell even worse than the other one.
Wisdom, right?
Your words cut so deep.
He just stares
Oh,
like he didn't even hear you.
Ooh, nope. Yep.
And he's just too busy because this dire wolf popped up next to him and took a bite, and he's like, I could do that too, and tries to take a bite out of the dire wolf. We get an 11 for the bite attack, and then we get 2 claws that come in, and he totally just haymakering, and he's just whirlwinding and just not getting anywhere as far as trying to hit the dire wolf that's before him.
Murdoch laughs and dire.
Yeah, so you dropped him to the floor, but it was still his turn, so after he went down, he took half its movement to stand back up. So he's still standing. Therefore, Julia, he is definitely susceptible to your crossbow.
Well, I'm gonna listen to what, Dorian said. And, it was very good advice. I'm gonna start heading towards the church, but I'm gonna shoot the zombie as I go by.
Sounds good. So go ahead and make your attack roll. That's a hit. That's 7. Nice. He has
Oh, wonderful.
Yep, we have a new porcupine starting. Dravos, you want to add to the collection?
So the first thing I'm going to do is, in response to what Dorian had said, Dravos is going to instinctively just be like, all these creatures of the night must die, and he's just going to move down like 10 feet, and then he's going to shoot at the...
Alright, go ahead and make that attack. That's
16. 11.
Nice. Still alive, but definitely looked like it hurt, as another arrow just kind of like protrudes through its gullet. Alright, and that finishes your turn?
Yes.
Bran.
I'm going to move next to the zombie and use my longsword.
Alright.
While at the same time agreeing that we should probably head inside. I can't leave my favorite direwolf friend. Do I get it?
Go ahead and
Do I get advantage from flanking?
You would have to be directly across right there. But yeah.
Okay.
12 hits. Or 11. 11. And it crumbles before you. You manage to stab right through it, and it is unable to get up from your attack. At this point, now we are officially out of initiative.
Murdoch would like to howl. We are the champions.
Okay.
I'm going to collect my 2 javelins.
I'm gonna collect all my arrows that I shot.
Make
I would
survival
like
check.
to try to collect my 4 bolts as well, or my 4 arrows as well.
Yep, make survival checks, because this will determine if any of your instruments broke. The javelins, I think, would be intact, though. Julia, you only find 1 arrow. Dravos, all of your arrows were... As soon as you, like, try to pull it out, they get stuck and then just break. So all of your arrows are spent.
Okay.
Yep.
While everyone's milling about, Doran wants to try and sneak inside the church without being noticed.
May certainly try. So, Dorn kind of like rushes off then, right? Go ahead and move your character where you want to be. And everybody else can be like shuffling as well.
Is this a door?
No, that's a window. You're by a window.
Ah, shit.
I mean, you could try to slip in through the window if you want. Ooh, then again, it might be bored. But you can see through it, though, which is weird. Alright, so I would say an athletics or give me a reason to use something else, but I think this is like a window that might be stuck or locked. So
okay,
maybe...
so like sleight of hand, would that be a thing?
We could try a sleight of hand. Yeah.
Pop it open?
Yeah, go for it. So yeah, you manage to like wedge the window in a way, and the lock comes undone, and then it just kind of like opens up for you. You want to sneak in there, you can definitely do that. And everybody else is going through the front entrance, right?
I did.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so everybody.
I did as well.
So as you're coming in through the back, everybody else is coming in through the front. What are you doing? Let's focus on Doran for a moment, because I need...
So Doran's gonna make his way over to that door that the guy was talking,
and then you see everybody...
mentioned.
Yeah, and then you see everybody piling in from the other direction. And Donovich was already in here anyway.
Oh, okay.
So to be fair, he was already here to kind of like stop you. Or be a new.
So he sees me, I guess, come creeping through from the window across the room, and then would he perceive me at this point then?
Well, he's going to be directly in front of the door. I don't think you're going to be able to walk through him.
Okay. Yeah. So seeing that the Donovich or the priest or whatever is right there, he'll be like, yes, that's zombies. What's going on?
Did you just come through the window? Oh, I must go close it. And he steps past you and goes to close that window that you opened.
Okay.
And you see your other friends starting to pile in.
I guess he's afraid of a draft.
By the way, Oakenshield, are you still in direwolf form? Murdoch?
Sorry, I muted myself. Murdoch has not dropped his form yet.
Alright, do you want to go into the church as a direwolf, or where are you going?
Can Murdoch feet? Yes, Murdoch can fit. Murdoch will walk into the church as a direwolf.
Alright, yeah, by all means, go for it. And we'll make room for you. Alright.
Murdoch will smash more stuff as he walks through.
And we see Donovich over there shutting the window. There's this brief moment where... Not that one, guys. We don't need that song. We need this one. There's a brief moment where you guys are in this hallway by yourselves. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so seeing that the priest is occupied with the window, he's still going to try and get into this room, is what Doran's trying to do.
Oh, that room there. Alright, yeah. Let me take a quick look at notes. Excuse me. Is there anything else that anybody else is doing while I look this
Can I
up?
make a smell check to see if I smell anything off?
Yeah. Yes, you may. Sorry. While you do that, anybody else doing anything?
Dravos moves up into the main area next to his buddy, and just like while he's in his direwolf's frame, just like pats him on the back, just like, "Good job, my friend."
All right. So let's start resolving a few things. Yes, you may, Julia. And
Oh, I'll definitely do that.
and then Doran. Okay, I'll go in the order that we started ordering stuff. So as you kind of like, are you walking in unnoticed to your friends too, or are you just doing it by yourself? Otherwise, I need a stealth check unless you're not hiding it.
I don't think he's going to hide from his friends. He's just trying to take advantage of the priest being out of the actual physical doorway at the moment.
Yeah, sure, by all means. All right, so you walk in. We see Doran kind of like go in, and what you see before you is an old desk and chair standing against the south wall. A wooden holy symbol is mounted above them, a sunburst. A 10-foot long iron rod attached to the north wall stands bare, suggesting a tapestry once hung there. Against the far wall stands a wooden cabinet with 4 tall doors. I guess that would be like a wardrobe.
Okay. And this is the room that Bran went in earlier, is that correct? Or listened at?
Negative. That's the one north of where he went.
I think it was Murdoch that listened.
Okay, sorry. So was it?
This is the room
Okay, so
where
he's
the
in the wrong
trapdoor is. Yeah. Yeah, you're in the wrong.
Okay.
And matter of fact,
I
you know what?
misunderstood.
No, you're perfectly fine. Well, you weren't paying it. You know, if you weren't paying attention, neither were we, right? So let me. But here's what I'll do, just to make sure and see what's going on. So this door has been opened up. Move this. You can see in there now, right? Right, there you go. Should be able to see, right?
The lower room, you mean? This one?
Well, you should be able to see into both of them. I opened both doors.
Exactly. Yeah, he definitely can.
All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, what else you want to do? Or let's see. So you looked in the first room. Was there anything you wanted to do in that room? Because we technically went ahead and went in here.
Yeah, so I mean, he just kind of stuck his head in, I guess, took a quick peek around, saw looks like some cabinets and a missing tapestry, and then he would have, I guess, continued on down to the other room where there was actually a sound coming from earlier.
Okay, so yeah, you go down to where the sound was. And like I said, you see a room that's been kind of like neglected. There's debris everywhere, shingles, moldy room. There's some water puddles in here as well. In one of the corners, you see this heavy wooden trap door, and it's being held shut with a chain and padlock. And you sometimes hear that young man screaming from underneath, "Father! Father!"
Okay.
All right.
I'd like to slam my foot down a couple of times really hard on the floor and say, Shut up, kid. The adults are talking.
Oh my
All right. So Julia points in the window that you want to influence. So
I'm pointing to that one.
what is your intention, just so I can make sure that I react properly?
Well, I pointed to the window because I don't think the priest noticed, but that window's suddenly moving as well.
Yeah, so it's moving, and then he's like startled by the sound. He kind of like takes a step back after shutting the window, and he's like, "Is Strahd attacking us? Is he attacking the church again?"
Do you want me to help you close all the windows?
They should be all closed. You can check the lock, make sure they're fully closed, make sure they can't get in. Make sure they can't get in.
Alright, you check the other side while I check the one that's shaking right now.
Well, he goes to the rope that is dangling over here, and he starts to pull on it as if to ring a bell for help. So we hear the church bells, dong, 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 and then we hear the voice down below go, "Father, I'm hungry." And who else did I need to resolve with?
Murdoch's perception.
Okay, yeah,
I have
Where?
advantage on hearing and smell.
so yeah, you can definitely hear that kid loud and clear. As far as smell, you smell the scent of death, which seems to be lingering everywhere. Everywhere you guys have been going. Like, I mean, sure, you brought a fresh corpse to this place, but this is just a different stench of death. Like the zombies, you can smell it coming from below.
I'm gonna growl wider myself.
So you're saying we smell like the same stench as the zombies coming from below?
Only Murdoch does. Because
Oh,
he's in
okay.
wolf form. Yeah, he's in dire wolf form. So he smells a strong stench of death still lingering.
Question
Murdoch
for
with
Murdoch.
bird dog.
Oh,
Go ahead, Dravis.
Travis would, or I would like to know if Murdoch would be trying to translate this to Dravos.
Well, yeah, I was about to. More,
Okay.
after I'll sniff up in the air and then like bird dog down and like point at the floorboard and like kind of scratch at it a little bit.
Dravos will take note and proceed to go and talk to the priest to try to find out what is below.
okay. As you go up there to talk to him, Irina looks at Bran and go, what are you doing? Bran, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Irina just kind of like approaches you, noticing that you're casting this on yourself just on the hands. Is there something the matter?
Okay.
Yeah, she took notice. What are you doing? Are you okay?
Nope, just had dirty fingernails.
I'd feel you. Anyways, thank you again for... And then she stops for a minute to think about all the help you gave for helping bury my father. And she walks away from you. Meanwhile, Dravos, you're going to the father, who finishes ringing the bell about 4 times. And then he kind of like starts to head over to another window, and you follow, right?
Yes.
Alright, so go ahead and follow him. And he's just checking the locks, and he's like, okay, it's closed. And then he's checking the torch lights on the side, making sure they're bright as day. Okay, good. We're prepared for the night. Yes, can I help you?
Excuse me, Father.
Yes.
What is below?
Uh,
I keep hearing a young man's voice screaming
Yes,
that he is hungry.
yes, I understand. Please, don't mind that. It's my problem. That's my son. And it is my problem. Please, don't you worry about it.
I do not like the way this is going, sir. Would you please shed a little more light on this, just to set our minds at ease, if you will?
Make a persuasion check.
$15?
Good. He lets out a heavy sigh. You're not going to let this go, are you?
No, sir, I am not.
My son, Doru, he is below. And He has returned to me in a way that is very disturbing. He has been taken by you know who. And he kind of like points behind him to where Castle Ravenloft looms.
You mean Strahd?
Should not that name here. He has eyes everywhere.
Point out the eye and I'll put an arrow in it.
Easy for you to say. It's not like it hasn't been done before. Like if it wasn't for that stupid wizard who came here a year ago and convinced my boy to join him and run up to Castle Ravenloft, he would not be in the shape that he is now.
Do I look like a wizard to you, sir?
No, but you're not the first to try to challenge Strahd.
I mean, I haven't exactly said anything about challenging him, but I mean, I'm not going to be intimidated by just a name. I have yet to even meet this so-called Strahd.
There's thunder in the air as you kind of like say that.
Dravo shakes.
Yeah.
How many people actually noticed or were paying attention to see him?
I think only Julia and maybe Murdoch are in the hall or in that area next to Donovich to see you do that. Everybody else seems to be fixated in the hallway.
Actually, should I try to roll a performance to try to keep my...
Make a wisdom saving throw if you want to hold your wits together.
18?
So you shudder at it, because you've already said that much, but then you quickly compose yourself. If anybody wants to notice and call them out on it, I would say you would need to be at an 18 perception.
Well, that's not going to happen on my end.
Alright, then, yeah. And Donovich will just... He was right there when you stuttered anyway. Like, whenever you started to fall back from that. And he, like, puts a
Not
hand...
stutter, shudder. Like,
shudder.
you know...
Yeah, that's what...
Yeah.
Just
like
put the H in there. Just put the H in there for me, okay? I'm not good with words tonight. So,
okay.
As he notices you shuddering, and then you recompose yourself, he puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "Everything okay, son?"
My father was killed in a thunderstorm. Thunder tends to throw me off my guard a little bit.
There. I mean, we all
And Dravos will say this loud enough for everyone to hear.
Yeah, and the father just kind of like comforts you and says, well, as if this was a most welcome distraction for him to avoid what he was going through. And he's like, it'll be okay. You'll get yourself through this. Just put your faith in the morning, Lord, and you'll be able to get through all things. And he goes into a preachy tone of trying to calm you with religion.
I am fine now, Father, but I have not forgotten about what we were discussing.
Everything's going to be fine. He tries to walk away.
I think Dravos will leave it at that at this point and just walk.
Yeah. So while that's happening, I noticed there's a few people in that hallway. Murdoch changes back from wolf form to his corpse size. And are you guys doing anything down there? Dravos, you're still up there with the priest, so let's see what they want to do real quick.
Doran's probably going to take a look at that trap door with the padlock on it.
Yeah, go ahead and enter that room if you like.
Yep.
Yeah, so you see a padlock and a chain across it.
Yeah, Doran's gonna see if he can jimmy it open. He's just got a compulsive sort of thing where he just kind of wants to check out stuff that's locked up. Would that be a sleight of hand, or how would that work?
Thieves'
It
tool.
doesn't have lock
it
picks or anything.
Yeah, if you don't have any lock picks, then I don't think you're going to get anywhere with this.
Just SOL, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you want to try to force the lock off with some tool.
Right, so I
something.
guess that's the next thing, is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
try and...
Murdoch would walk in and offer his crowbar.
Yeah, actually, well, we could both use our crowbars. I think I have one as well.
I'm gonna post up outside the door and be the lookout.
All right.
Okay.
So the two.
So
of
what
you,
is that? A strength check or
Athletic.
to...
Yeah.
Athletics. Okie dokie.
You get
Not
it.
Doran's, you know.
You get advantage because you're using a tool. So
Okay.
that pops the chain off. And
Nice.
yeah, and as you reach down to try to pull on the trapdoor, maybe just to test it, you find out that it's kind of stuck. Like all this water that's been raining down has swelled the wood, so it's like stuck against the edges, so it just doesn't quite give to you. This would require a strength check if you want to open it.
Okay. Or I'll look over. Is Murdoch next to me right now? Is that a thing?
Yes, Murdoch is.
Okay. You're like a strong dwarf type person, right?
Nope. But Murdoch can try.
I mean, you can
Okay.
have advantage for having him in the room and helping you.
Yeah, we can. So yeah, Doran will look over at Murdoch and say, "Well, do you want to give me a hand with this? Let's see if we can get it open together."
Two crowbars
Sounds like there's
are
some-
better than one.
Right.
There you go. All right.
You want to do the honors this time, or should I? Yeah, there you go.
14, you hear the wood kind of creak, and then parts of the edges break as the trapdoor gives way, and you're able to access the undercroft.
Murdoch is again victorious.
You have
Nice.
defeated the trapdoor. Yeah.
Do you want to go down?
Yeah, of course. What do we hear any change in the voice? Have we heard anything further from that?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I think at about that time you would have heard the thunder strike. And as you enter in, I'll move you over here now, you should be able to see. It's quiet, eerily quiet. But as you come down the stairs, you can see a figure, because of your perception check, just kind of like hiding out in that corner.
Okay.
As he goes down, I would like to make my bird call. That Dravos would know means to follow.
Right.
And then I would make that and then head downstairs.
So shortly after having that conversation, the priest walks off to go check more windows. Dravos, you hear the whistle, and then you can come down that way as well. Julia,
Right.
what are you do?
That way.
You do that, and Julia, what are you doing by the podium?
Well, I'm just checking around if there's any more, loose pieces. I also wanted to check if there's anything on the podium that might have been, shuffled around.
Yeah, let me check real quick. Like I've been kind of eyeballing it to see if there was anything.
Dorian, can you move forward 2 spots, please, so I can get on the stairs?
Of course.
So let's see here. As far as the podium, I think there'd
There
be
you go.
a book dedicated to the Dawn Father, or the Morning Lord. I mean. As far as anything else, there's probably a big old bag of candles that are under there, where he replaces the ones that are already around the area, and yeah. Other than that, just nothing really there.
Then I might as well. I see Dravos leave, but I first talk to the priest first about the locks. Then.
Yeah, he's down here on the last window on this side. When you get to him. Okay, there we go.
There's no more spots that we need to lock up or anywhere. I checked all the other windows on the other side.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. You're so kind. Where are your friends?
I don't know, but I don't think that's as much important because we should find any more spots that we should worry about. Is there a door or is there a window that we should watch out for?
If we got everything taken care of, we should definitely check the front door. Let's check the front. And he starts to move towards the front door. So before that happens, though, Bran, you're out here washing your hands. Irina and Ismark are like, what are your, or Ismark chimes up first. What are they doing? Why are they so interested in? You there, Bran?
All I heard was interested in.
Yeah, he cut off himself. He points to the room, why are they so interested?
Well, you heard the voice.
Yes, and like most things in Barovia, you should ignore it.
But what if someone needed help?
That's fair. It's very fair. But I don't think this is the help that you need to give. Doru is not the same from what we understand. And then we kind of like cut down to the three of you going down the stairways. What do you guys do?
Doran is going to reach into his pack and take out like a provision and kind of hold it out in front of him and be like, "Here, we brought some food for you. You sound very hungry."
Father, is that you? He calls from the corner and then starts to approach in that way.
Okay.
Do you make an attempt
Does
to
it
go
still
closer?
smell like death down here?
I mean, you're no longer in wolf form.
I didn't know if it was like if I could smell it as like
I don't think like it wouldn't be as strong or noticeable just because of the way the human nose doesn't pick up on it. But yeah, there's still a hint of a lot of musky odors in here, especially that resembles death. I think death would still be a semblance that you would smell. Yeah.
Dravos would like to go stealth.
You may certainly try, with disadvantage if you're wearing heavy gear.
I'm not.
Alright. So you're on the stairs, stealthing with a 22. Let's see, so walk me through this. Doran, you're the first one approaching. Are you coming down any closer, or are you staying where you are?
No, he'll move forward maybe like 10 feet or something, holding out the crust of bread or whatever he was able to drag out of his pack. It's almost like, here you go, boy. Here's some yummy stuff for you.
So you didn't cut the crust off your sandwiches.
Is there any light down here?
Technically no. So did anybody bring light with them? Like I automatically gave your tokens light, but
I have dark vision.
Yeah, so does Doran.
Dravos can make light.
You would need light in order to see because you do not have dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
I can do that.
Yeah. All right. Let me just double check.
I don't think the priest will like it, but I can do it.
You can do whatever you want. We're playing D&D now. All right. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, he started to tell that story to somebody and walked off. All right. And then Doru just kind of like approaches and he's like, I could smell your blood. Oh, yes, I could smell it. And he kind of like crouches down and he's looking warily in your direction.
Okay. Doran kind of sniffs at his underarm and is like, my blood? What are you talking about? I have food here for you. What do you want with blood?
What would he want indeed, right? So yeah. Yeah, if you guys are making a move further into the room, do so, because Doru is casually making sure he maneuvers. It's almost like a chess game you guys are having right now. Like, he's measuring distance, you guys are measuring him up, and he's constantly keeping an eye. You can see him sniff the air, and he's like, oh. Did Father send you?
Dravos is in a position where he would like to do something.
Are you holding an action?
Yes.
What are you
Can I roll an insight to see if he looks like he's like with his weird I feel like he's just crazy. Can I see if he looks like he's like unstable enough to like attack or something like that?
Yeah, make an insight. I have to send somebody a message real quick. As you kind of like insight check him, you could see him being very defensive and pensive. And he looks like he's measuring whether or not he can pounce you. You definitely feel like he can be aggressive here in a moment's notice.
Doran, you may want to take a step back. He does not seem to want your food.
And
If he makes it,
as you say that, he goes, "Quite the contrary, I do," and he leaps towards him. And at this point, I need you all to roll initiative. So let me clear the board. Make sure the board's cleared. Is it clear? There it is. Yeah. So he closes in, and then initiative starts. Lefty. Everybody go ahead and roll, because as soon as you guys notice the noise, whenever your turn comes around, when you're going to be able to act. Alright, are we
Bran
all...
is being a very good lookout.
Yeah, I still
actually, I need to...
token. I'll change it.
I will roll for NPCs, because they may or may not have an interest in this. Alright, so now we will start in turn order. Bran, you are looking... Oh wait, Bravos took the turn. Bravos first, my bad.
Yes.
So you see him...
the first thing I am going to do is I am going to move forward 25 feet, or 20 feet.
You like
and I am... No, and Dravos is going to continue to hold his action, which is a breath weapon. If he attacks, he is going to get a hot face.
Okay. So you close in, and you're kind of like holding your breath, getting ready to breathe. Bran,
Correct.
how's it going up there?
It's going.
Anything you want to do on your turn? Like, technically, you have no idea what's going on in the other room. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what's going on. I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, Ismark and Irene are out there twiddling thumbs with you too. Like, you think they'll be all right?
Probably.
Okay. Doran.
Yeah, Doran is not liking this guy. He's made an effort to try and give him food. He's now, this thing is really creeping him out. He's going to disengage and try and head back up the stairs.
No, wait, come back. I need stuff.
Is that going to be okay for him to do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Disengage and move. Okay. And then once he gets up kind of towards the top of the stairs, he's going to shout out, guys, there's something unpleasant down here. We might need your help.
Ooh, you say that out loud. All right, cool.
So he's shouting that.
So the information has been passed up. Julia, though, you notice Donovich kind of like listening to that voice. What did your friends do? And kind of like stares at you accusingly, Julia. But it is your turn.
I have no clue. I was like, we should go investigate. And yet, I noticed the lights start to flicker.
Oh, God, no. Okay. So, yeah, the lights flicker and he starts to panic. He's like, Strahd, no! And he goes over and tries to check the lights to make sure that they stay lit. But this is your turn. Go ahead.
I'm going to start moving towards, to Brand and to see what's going on. Since I didn't hear it, probably.
Right. So you probably didn't hear it clearly. But you used an action to use, like, prestidigitation to, like, turn the lights down and flicker them.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. That was your action. All right. And then you move in. You can have a brief conversation with him real quick if you want.
Brand, what the heck is going on?
That beats the hell out of me. I was just sitting here being a lookout.
Well, what did they say? I only heard some weird loud shouting.
Yeah,
That's all I heard, too.
No, you would have been able to hear whatever he said. He poked his head out of the trapdoor.
Oh, he poked it out of the trapdoor.
Yeah, he's at the top of the stairs. He almost was able to walk out, but that's as far as he got.
Oh, okay. Then I would just relay the information then.
All right.
Do you think they will need my services? I have, like, holy water that I can help out with.
Holy water, you say? Well, probably.
That'll help with the bad breath. All right. So as that scene kind of like plays out, we go to Murdoch.
Murdoch would like to move away and then cast an entangle on the creature person.
All right. post that for me. Let's see. We need to make a.
This strength save, but everything in a 20-foot radius around him becomes difficult terrain.
All right. And out real quick. And
So I need to make a strength.
No, just him. I would assume you're centering it in a way that would only catch the Starwind, right?
Yeah, that's fine. No, I wouldn't. I would center it around him.
So
Around
Because I'm
Dor-
fine. I'm fine if he centers it around him.
Yeah, I would center it around him, so like no matter which way he moves, he'll have the most difficult time getting out of it.
All right, hold on. Let me double check something real quick. So 20 foot.
I feel like Dravos can handle himself.
It's not 20 foot, is it?
No, that's a lot.
Well, is it?
Yeah, that's
20 foot,
right.
20 foot square starting from within range. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
every
that
one
looks
of you.
about right.
Every one
The
of you
whole
gets to make it.
area, basically.
Yeah. You're in an enclosed area,
It's
so you
20
need to
foot,
make it too.
like radius, not diameter, so it's gonna be pretty big.
Okay, I was thinking it was the diameter. Shit, that's amazing.
Wait, is it a diameter or a radius? It says radius.
It says radius, but I
And
was.
that is correct then. Yeah, I'll let you
I haven't
take
been
it
in
back if
geometry
you
in a
want.
couple of years.
Yeah. do you
No, I'm
wanna-
good.
All right, cool. So then all this spills out. So what happens when you fail? A creature restrained by the plant and can't use it. Can use its action. Oh god, so he's restrained. Oh, that's a good start for you guys.
And Murdoch will yell at the creature and say, "What is it exactly you want from Doran? He gave you food."
And it looks like he'll be able to answer you as soon as he makes his strength save to get out of this. So, okay, so whenever you cast this entanglement, you normally seen it as like green vines wrapping out and coming out, right? Instead of green vines, though, they come out as black, withered vines, and they just kind of like lash out, almost like licorice. Black licorice just flowing out from different angles and just wrapping around and entangling the entire area.
Murdoch does not like this place. Nature is wrong.
Yeah. And Doru will spend his action to try to get out of your vines.
The save is at 13.
So he fails on that. And we see him struggling like, what is this? You know what, I need to make sure Doru doesn't have anything that will allow him to flip through. That's not going to come into play until he's able to get out of there. And you see him brush towards, like he's trying to pull free, and he's looking at Dravos at this point, and he's trying to reach out as if try to grapple you, but he can't quite get to you because all these tangling vines of black licorice, whatever, is holding him in place. And you can see him trying to bite, and you can see fangs, or at least those who have night vision, you can see fangs on the side of his lips trying to come out and bite at you. But he's unable to move, unable to get to you. That is his
Can I
turn.
see the fangs from where I'm at?
Yes.
Murdoch will also shout, "He is a devil/vampire."
And Dravos.
After hearing this, Dravos is going to unleash his breath weapon right in his face.
Let me think for a moment, though. If he's restrained, he could still take it, but I already used the action to try to get out of it. All right, never mind. We'll go with it. Like I was thinking, he could have attacked Dravos, but at the same time, it's fine. So roll your damage, and I'll make that con save.
I'm just double checking what my dice are here.
Only level 2, so. And your save is what?
My save is... The DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency
Oh
bonus.
wait, I need to make a dex check. When you use breath weapon, blah blah blah. Okay, so I rolled the wrong die. Let me get a dex check for you. Okay, he still failed. Alright, so he takes 9 points of damage, is that right?
9 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Which also would, if I'm not mistaken, light up the area a little bit.
For a moment it does, but not permanently.
It would give me a
It
general
give you
idea
like a
of where
brief,
things...
yeah, it just gives you a brief moment. You're able to spray in his direction. The light goes out as soon as you finish your attack, though. So,
And as the breath weapon is wearing out, I'm pulling my sword.
all right. And as you
And I'll end my turn.
All right, Bran. You hear commotion down below.
All right, I'm going to signal to Julia, or like nod in the direction of the door, and I'm going to head in. 20, and I go down the trapdoor.
All right, and how much more movement do you have? Because if you don't have enough to get past him, you'll have to stay up above ground.
I would have 10 feet left.
All right, cool. That'll work. Put you right there. You're able to get past your ally and go through their space, and you walk into difficult terrain. You see before you a lot of black, ichorish-looking vines that are just lashed out all over the floors in this vicinity. And then this creature is restrained in the middle. He's been licked with flames, and Dravos is over there as well. Also, did you make a strength saving throw earlier?
You told me no.
No, I need you to roll it, and I need Murdoch to roll it too.
I will
Oh, well.
make that right now.
Yeah, because if it happens in the spot where you get cast, so you're restrained as well, but you're able to make attacks. That was a breath weapon, so there was no disadvantage or anything. But if you make an attack while restrained, it's at disadvantage. So keep that in mind. But Bran, please continue. You just walked into this room. You're in these vines. I don't think they do anything if you walk into it. It's just difficult terrain at that point.
Yeah, just difficult.
All right.
I would probably toss a javelin if I... Yeah, I would toss a javelin.
Go for it. Javelin lands, but it does not hit Doro. It kind of like lands in between Dravos and Doro.
If he's restrained, does he get advantage on that? Or is it only melee attacks?
I think it's only melee, but that's a pretty good idea. Let me check conditions real quick. I don't want to say for sure because this doesn't come up as often, but you might
Better
have
to
it.
check and know than not to know at all.
Alright, let's see what the restrained condition is. Blind, charmed, deafened, exhaustion, frightened, grappled, casted, invisible, paralyzed. Where's restrained? No, it's here. There it is. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and attack rolls that the creature makes are at disadvantage, and the creature has disadvantage on dex save. So yeah, you can have advantage on that. So this javelin now hits.
Hey.
Or 7 piercing. Let me check something. Alright. So your javelin lands, and we see it wound like the side of his stomach, and then the javelin just pops right back out, and you feel like it didn't do as much damage as it should have. Like that should have landed clean in. Anything else for your turn, Brad?
That's all I got, buddy.
Alright. Ismark kind of like looks towards Julie. He's like, if you want, I'll make sure the priest stays back if you need me to. For his safety, of course.
I think that might be wise.
So he'll spend his turn kind of like coming into the room. And Irina will do the same. And she turns to you, Julie, and says, be careful. And that in third
I
turn.
plan to.
And then we go back to Doran.
Okay. So this creature is currently wrapped up in the vines. Is
Yeah,
that situation?
he's struggling. He's restrained. He's unable to strike out at anybody. Well, he technically could, but he would have disadvantage. So he was trying to get out. But yeah, he's restrained. You have advantage on attacks, depending.
Okay, so this is what Dorn is thinking, and I don't know if it's something he can actually do. He has some manacles in his pack, and what he wants to do is take those out, and while it's restrained, try and slap those on the thing.
I mean, you can certainly try.
Okay. So
keep in mind it's difficult terrain to approach it.
Oh, so yeah, okay. That he wouldn't be able to get there then. I don't think.
So if you want to start making your way there, you might want to go ahead and do that.
Right.
And then if you want to change your ideal and use that on the next run, you can definitely try.
Right. Okay, yeah. So Dorn thinks about his manacles, but takes a quick look around and realizes he's just not able to get there and do that thing. So he's just going to insult the creature and do his typical vicious mockery on it.
Alright. That is a wisdom. What do you say to mock him?
Yeah, you have the worst manners I've ever seen in a basement dweller.
You take that back. I'm a neat. You can't be calling me that. I'm hungry. I can't help it. I just want some Mountain Dew and Cheetos. That was more for me out of character. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
it was still funny.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Anyway, so Doran, you insult him for being a basement dweller. Anything else for your turn? You staying put, or do you want to start moving in?
No, I will stay right there.
You sure? Come on, buddy.
Yep, no, he's really enjoying that particular spot.
All right, sounds good. All right, so Doran.
So yeah, he will have. If he failed that, then he will have disadvantage on his next attack.
He already does. But yeah, if he breaks.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
he's entangled. All right.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
You're good. Julie, would you like to come in?
I would love to come in. I might as well start
5,
moving
10,
over.
15, 20, 25. It would take you 30 to get to the trapdoor, I think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to the trapdoor, or at least right before you go down, and then on top of it is actually 30.
Yeah, that's true.
And technically, there is nowhere for you to stand unless you're going to use your action to dash in.
I might as well dash it then, because...
Alright, so as you dash in, or go ahead. I was going to move you over there.
No, go ahead. I was just going to talk to Dorian or whoever's right by me and go like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, so she wedges her way down, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's as far as she can get. Because now you're walking in a bunch of tangled vines that are blackened and withering looking. And you can see them wrapped around Doru and Dravos. And Murdoch, did you make that strength save as well? I can't remember. And if you're talking, Murdoch, we're not hearing you.
I did. I passed.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Alright, so there you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect. So yeah, we see Murdoch perfectly fine, but the two of them are like entangled upon each other with these black masses of plant-like material that looks like it's withering. You use your action to dash. Is there anything for a bonus, or are you good?
I can't do anything else without an action, so I think I'm done. But I would just like to ask, literally, what's going on?
Yeah.
Straight to whoever knows.
And we hear footsteps above you as Donovich is trying to relight candles. But you may go ahead and answer it. If any of you
if she's asking Doran, then yeah, he will just say, "There's this hungry person who doesn't want food. They're looking for blood or something."
There you go.
Well, did you even ask what they like or don't like?
Seems to only like blood.
I don't know. He might have an allergy.
Allergic to everything but blood. Gotta stay away from those A positives, though, man. They'll get you every time.
Did you try giving him bread crust?
Murdoch, you're up, my friend. Let's see what happens.
Well, I was gonna cast a spell, but that's also a concentration spell. So
I mean,
Murdoch will go up here and melee him with his stick.
So 10, 20, 30, and then you take a swing. 16, let's see, does that hit? Oh, you have advantage.
Murdoch has
22 hit.
advantage.
Yep, that does hit. And as you thud against whatever surface you hit, like maybe in the back or in the stomach area, you feel the wood kind of like resist a bit, like almost like you hit a rock. And you feel like whatever damage you did, it was good, but it just didn't do the full amount that you were expecting.
Murdoch will shout, "The devil/vampire is hard as rock. He must do CrossFit."
Alright, so...
Oh god, he's one of those people. He must have been down there for too long.
Oh god, he's been here for about a year from what I read.
I'm just like picturing Rocky hitting Dolph Lundgren right now.
With the song Hearts on Fire.
Alright, so I'm making decisions to be fair. If he's going to try to get out of it, or if he's just going to attack you to try to break out of it, that would actually be right, then that's what he would do. Yeah, he sees you approach, and you whack him with the stick, and he quickly turns around, still entangled by the vines. He's going to take disadvantage on all of his attacks, but he's just going to rake out at you and try to get you so that the spell goes away. So first attack will be with the bite or claws. We'll go with makes 2 claws. Wait. Makes 2 attacks, only one of which can be a bite attack. Okay, so we'll do a claw attack first. And he's
Murdoch has made a mistake.
Yeah, we get an 18, and you take 10 slashing, or would you rather be hugged? I'll let you choose. Would you rather a hug?
I'm good.
Okay, so you take 10 slashing, and then he just tries to, well, I'm just going to say he's going to claw you again, because he can't bite you until he grapples you. But the second one, he misses. And I need you to make
save.
And the spell ends. As Doru strategically planned. After all, he was with a wizard, what, about a year ago? So yeah, that goes away. And as we get to the top of the round, how about we take a break? Because the restroom is calling. And I don't know how long this is going to go, but we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. We got a big old fight going with Doru. These guys are holding up pretty good. And we've been insulting the hell out of them and everything else. It's going to be great, guys. So join us at 5 as we go ahead and take a quick breather. Use the restroom, get you something to drink, come back and join us. We'll be right back.
Oh, wonderful. More tea.
All right, my friends, we are coming back from our break. Welcome back, everybody. And see here, I got to turn off one thing before we get back into it. But we were in the middle of the fight, and we are back at the top of the round. And just to clarify, yeah, the concentration spell has been broken. Doru and Dravos are both not restrained anymore, and Doro seems relit with new purpose. All these fresh bodies around him. He's so excited to see you guys. And Dravos, how would you like to celebrate?
I would like to celebrate, seeing as he just turned his back on me by stabbing him in the back.
I mean, if you want advantage, you're going to have to move up a square.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me
You're
about that. That's what I was meaning to do anyway.
Yep, murder sandwich if you want the advantage. Just remember,
Murder sandwich.
Enemies can do it too. Alright. Well,
flanking rules? Is that the...
Yeah, that's a flanking rule that we use.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go out and swing with your short sword, and Doru just kind of like pops out of the way.
Well, lucky him.
Yeah, he's gotta have some luck. He's got too many choices, and he doesn't know where to go. Bran, you are down
like
here.
That kid in a candy store.
Mm-hmm. And now it's no longer rough terrain. All the vines withered up and disappeared. What do you want to do, Bran?
I'm going to move there and swing my longsword.
And we get a 23. That actually hits. Go for it. And you cut into him, but as your blade leaves his skin, you can see part of it start to meld over, as if you didn't do as much damage as you thought you would. Anything else for your turn?
Don't believe so.
Ismark and Irina are going around. Father, are you okay? Oh, we must check the candles, make sure each and every one of them are staying lit. And Irina and Ismark just kind of like keep him busy upstairs while you guys tend to the downstairs stuff. Doran.
Yeah, okay. So we no longer have the entanglement issue, right?
Yep, you're free to walk wherever you want.
Okay. Doran has in his pack some holy water.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd like to take that out. And is he close enough? I think it's only like got a 20-foot range. So if he takes one step down the stairs, he should be able to throw it at the thing. Does that seem kosher to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm just looking at it here. So it's treated as an improvised weapon.
Yeah, you would probably use dexterity, no proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah, no proficiency.
There we go. Yeah, that does not look very good at all.
So yeah, you throw it at him, and then he hisses as it kind of like splatters the square next to Dravos, and he kind of like backs away from it. But yeah, he's visibly not enjoying that one.
Curiosity question for you there, Star.
Ask?
Which square was that?
Like, right about here.
Okay.
Alright, continue there.
So Doran just goes back to his position, kind of like at the top of the stairs, almost like half out of the trapdoor at this point, and just kind of making sure that trapdoor is kept open. And that's it for him.
Alright, Julia.
Let's see, I've been trying to figure out if I should do this thing, but I might as well do it since that's my only idea. I'm going to do Charm Person on Doru. If that's allowed.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you from casting.
Yeah, let me just like pop it up so people can see it.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. I'm double checking like any kind of resistance or anything. Because one thing kind of like clashes in my mind with this whole idea.
He's undead, so.
Yeah, that would be it.
Yes,
Right.
but it does say target a humanoid you can see within range.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I was trying to
undead,
figure it out.
Yeah.
Undead isn't humanoid though.
Yeah, this here is basically for humans, elves, half-elves, stuff like that. Yeah, this is considered an undead in this case. So yeah, that would not... Make either an Arcana or a religion check. This will let you know whether or not you should cast the spell. I mean, you already said you were, but I'm going to give you a chance to take it back if you can make the Arcana or religion check.
Okay, I'll do that.
This is basically to see if you have the knowledge to be like, oh, that's not going to work. Oh, easily. So you know, you go to like, okay, I'll just charm him. He looks human. Oh, wait, they said this thing's... And you kind of like sniff the air and smell the undeadness in here. So, yeah, you kind of retract from that thought. So if there's something else you want to do, go for it.
Well then, I would definitely notice that they're hitting him constantly, right?
Yeah, they're up there hitting him like a piñata.
Well, I definitely would try to yell out to everyone in the loudest voice possible to say, like, remember, that is the priest's son, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd appreciate murdering his son.
So, if you don't mind, I just had this beautiful idea. So the father's upstairs panicking over the candles, making sure everything's perfect on the birthday cake, and then we're all downstairs just hitting Doru like he's a fucking piñata.
Oh my god.
Give me a minute, he'll be dangling from the ceiling. Alright. So, let's see here. So that injured... Or, no, what do you want to do? Or did you do something? I missed it. Julia?
I think her mic cut out. Give her a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you muted? Oh, no.
I came back.
Oh, there you are. Welcome back.
Yeah, I just didn't hear anyone, so I was kind of sitting there going, oh, that's a long pause.
Sure was, wasn't it? Awkward. But no, what would you like to do?
Well, since I really can't do much at all, I'm just gonna move a little bit to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I just yell that to everybody, too. Try to remember that, you know? And I'll just ready to give an action if he moves closer to the door or me.
Alright. Are you holding an action? What action are you holding?
I'll shoot you my crossbow.
Alright, let me just answer somebody real quick.
Take your time.
Yeah, otherwise I'm going to get interrupted.
Because I just came up with the perfect plan.
Donovich is busy doing his thing. And Murdoch, it's your turn next.
Murdoch will shout out, "This is no son, this is monster. This is fear. Murdoch will be also come fear," and I will turn into a giant spider.
Okay, cool. So, let's see. Are you able to do that as a bonus action now, or is that later?
Yes, I am.
Alright, cool. And Doro looks, oh, spider!
And then I'll skitty and then attack.
Alright, go for it. 14 is
Does
not
Murdoch
what you
have
use,
advantage?
but 21 does hit. Yeah, you do have advantage. And you do 8 piercing. Now, you don't have, like, magical means as a
Not
creature
until level
yet.
6.
Yeah, okay, so I was just double checking your druid stuff there. Because, yeah. In case you guys were wondering, you don't have any magical weapons, so you're only doing like half the damage that you normally would. And
I'm about to have a magical weapon.
And because it's an undead, The poison just does nothing to it. But anything else for your turn?
It is it for Murdoch.
Alright, Murdoch, let's see what happens next. Let's see. It has blah 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 blah. Okay. None of that happened, though it could have. So here we go, chat. So Dora, what do you want to do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'll roll a d3. I got you guys labeled. I guess he's going to go for the spider. So he sees you shift into the spider form and he's like, get back here! And he tries to reach out and grapple you. He lands the grapple. He is latched onto your leg, and then all of a sudden we see him try to fight at the neckline of the spider. And he gets a 17 on that. And you take...
The 17 hit.
17 hits your spider form, right?
Yep.
So you take 11 points of damage, 6 of that is necrotic, and your spider form takes, what, 6 points of maximum HP down? So you lose, like, 6 max HP, but you're in spider form, so if you wind up losing all your HP anyway, you just shift back. So Doru takes a bite, and you feel this dark ichor of energy just kind of, like, radiate as he bites into the spider form and somehow draws blood out. And he regains 6 as well. Okay. And with that, it is now Dravo's turn.
Okay, so just for context, that bottle of holy water that was thrown in this direction and landed near me, that broke on the ground and made pretty much like a holy water mud, right?
Not exactly. Like, basically it's expended because it's shattered, it's spread all over the place, and yeah, it just kind of like seeps into the dirt itself. In other words,
I know, I was going to use that.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it wouldn't be useful unless you tell me a creative way of how it can. Like, the water just seeps into the dirt itself, so it's already been
like
tainted.
I said, it made like a holy water mud.
That's tainted.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, take that holy water mud and, like, coat my sword blade in it, and then hit him.
Make a religion check.
Nine.
Yeah, you think that's a great idea. Go for it.
So my character's going to move right here. Grab a handful. I'm guessing grabbing the mud and putting it on the sword blade would be a bonus action.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my action to try to stab.
Yeah, go for it.
26.
I mean, that...
crit.
Yep.
For 6 plus 4.
Uh-huh. And
plus anything if the mud did anything.
Roll me 2d6. I think it was 2d6.
2d6.
Right? Meanwhile, Bran, you're up next.
10 on the 2d.
Yep, and you were hoping that you did 10 extra damage. However, the mud itself kicked over the holy water, pretty much tainted it, and it actually didn't have any effect whatsoever.
Okay.
But, Bran.
All right. I'm going to use my Hexblade's Curse as my bonus action.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, and I will swing my longsword. Wait a second. Do I have moved?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I went down one space.
Yeah, he was trying this holy water tactic.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to occupy that space.
Yeah, go for it.
Go right ahead, my friend.
It's a sound tactic if I ever heard one. Let's see.
Rip.
Yeah, that 14 just does not do it. So you get splattered with mud, and then your blade just kind of like connects with that mud and just does not even get in through his skin, and you just kind of like slide off him. Anything else for your turn there, Brand?
That is all.
All right. Upstairs, being kept by the siblings, Doran. Are you muted?
Yeah, he looks like it.
Doran, you are muted, friend, on Discord. Are you there?
Yeah, that was me being muted.
There you
apologize.
go. No, you're fine.
Yeah, Doran's not real thrilled with how this is going. He sees his friends hitting at it, this creature, and they just don't seem to be doing the damage that it seems like they should. And he's actually going to go on upstairs, and he's going to kind of start yelling out the priest's name. What was his name again?
Donovich.
Donovich, yeah, and he'll just kind of start shouting, "Father Donovich! Father Donovich, we need your help!"
Alright, so 5 will get you at the top of the trapdoor. I'll move you. And
Okay.
you can move from there.
Yeah, let's beat the priest to him.
Let's tell the priest what you did. So you're calling
25.
out.
Yeah, so he can use basically just his regular move to kind of get within eye shot of the priest, and so yeah, he's just shouting that there's something in the basement. It's horrible. We need your help.
You an idiot. No. He replies, "What? Why are you in my basement? I told you not to go down there. You didn't need to worry about that." Now he's in a panic, and he will move in that direction on his turn.
We're like, but he was hungry.
You idiots. And as he face palms, we move to Julia.
I was just about to scream like you said, he's gluten free. But I'm actually going to move over to Dravos since he's the closest. Because one, I want to stay by the stairs.
Right.
Because that's a smart idea if this vampire tries to escape. Is I want to be out of there. But I'm going to hand over as my action, Dravos, a bottle of holy water.
Nice.
So as a bonus action, you hand over a bottle. And then what do you want to do for your action?
Probably dash out because I'm not going to deal with a vampire.
5, 10, 15 will get you to the top of the stairs. 20 will put you on the trapdoor. And then you can move from there. 10 more. Can you move from over there, or do you need me to do it for you?
I would love it if you could do it for me, since
Absolutely.
it's a little hard with the shadow.
Yeah. You guys are not experiencing everything the way I am. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
so you have 10 there, but yeah, you can definitely move to that door if you want. Just for people at home, I'm going to go ahead and click one of the characters and show you what they see. That's what he sees right now. So that's kind of like what they're dealing with. So they wouldn't even know what's going on the their side of the map since they're not there. All right. Julia leaves the room after handing off a bottle of holy water, and then Donovich, oh Lord bless this old man's heart, he rushes down. He's like, "No, I told you not to go down there. That was none of your business." And he will 35, 40, 45, 50 move through your space unless you make him resist. And you see Donovich going for the trap door as if to close it, but he can't do that on his turn at the moment.
Wait. Oh, he's trying to close it?
Yeah, he picked up, or he's fixing to pick up the door handle and like slam it down, but at the moment he can't do that on his turn. That's going to require an action from him, and he had to dash in here. So he's out of breath. He's reaching for the door. He's like leaning on it. I told you not to go down there. Why do people not listen to me? But
Hold up. You're not gonna close that door on them, are you?
Find out on his next turn. He just kind of like stares at you as if, why do you even have to ask? Kind of look on his face. But Murdoch, it is your turn,
Well,
right?
Murdoch. Murdoch is just gonna bite him. Why not? That'll
Yeah,
be
he
fun.
bit you. You might as well get even.
Question.
You are grappled, though, by the way, so you have disadvantage
And
on your
didn't you also lose the
It's
spider
a
form?
No,
No.
druids don't lose their form until they hit 0 HP.
since
Oh,
I'm
okay. I thought it was if the form lost its HP.
No, that
It
would
is.
be
I
yeah,
still
Yeah,
have
you-
HP in the spider form though.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We didn't kill him yet, but yeah,
I got
this one.
confused in what y'all were saying.
Don't worry.
Would it be a straight roll since I have flanking?
Sure would, wouldn't
Or-
it? Yeah, you're right. You're perfectly right. Yeah. And so that would be 9 piercing in half. That'll be 4. And I don't know why this song keeps crashing in the middle. Oh,
Like solid parenting advice, you know?
oh.
Like, little brother bit you, bite him back.
Yeah. I've heard that one
Right?
before, right? He hit you? Well, go hit him back. I ain't got time to deal with this. Alright, so Murdoch, you take a bite out of Doru, and Doru is probably going to do the same to you because you did not try to get out, but was there anything else for your turn while I'm trying to fix the music?
No, because I can't move. Grapple.
Alright, so Doru, with you still in his grasp, he's just going to go, going to claw your face and then numb you. So with a free hand, he just kind of like reaches up and then breaks into your form. Gets an 11, so I think that misses.
Yes.
But that's not the one we want to miss. This is the one we want to miss. So he comes in for a second bite. Ooh, and he gets it. Ooh, he gets it good. He takes.
Oh no.
You take 4 piercing and then 12 necrotic. And are you still?
I'll take 1 damage as.
Yeah, and I think you will be 1 maximum HP down as well in your normal form. Alright, perfect. So he takes a bite out of that spider form. The form shapes back into a dwarf, and then we just see Doru just kind of like legs wrapped around his waist and his arms wrapped around him, raking the back and just gnawing on the neckline. And yeah, he's drawing some blood. So that's, oh boy, this is, just so you know, this encounter is everything about Doru, and he is considered a little bit more challenging than any of your other encounters you would have at this point. So, yeah, Doru has some tactics here where he gains some HP from sucking down that blood. And Dravos. Oh, and he also gets... Wow.
So Dravos is feeling like being a little funny right now. And
while
seeing
you're
as
trying to
he's
be...
got-
Hold on, Dravos. While you're trying to think that, all those wounds that each of you tried to inflict upon him, they all heal. You don't see a drop of blood. You don't see a single cut on him. He is at full health right now.
Okay.
Continue.
So, feeling like he's in a ha-ha mood, Dravos looks at Dorn and as, you know, he's like uncorking this bottle of holy water. He's like, "You look thirsty, friend," and just like pours it in his face.
All right, you're still going to have to make a dex check with it. Easily
I think
enough.
19
All right.
does it.
And what did we say holy water did? Does 2d6, so do 2d6 damage.
8.
Nice. And he hisses, and we see his skin boil for a moment. And he takes 8 points of damage. Nice.
Holy damage.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to just put a marker on him so that I know next round not to give him more health. All right, Dravos, anything else for your turn?
Nope.
All right, Fran?
Would it be possible for me to take the help action for Murdoch to attempt to break the grapple?
To
To give him advantage on the roll.
Yeah, I think you can. Like you're trying to help him by pulling him away from him. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he have released him naturally when he got the holy water poured on his face?
No, he's still got a lot of health to burn through. Like the holy water hurt him, but it didn't keep him from grappling.
I thought he would have like instinctively reached up towards his face because that's where the holy water was just poured.
It's flavor at that point, my friend. But he's still considered grapple until either he lets it go or the person escapes.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Not a problem. Bran, anything else for your turn besides the help?
Nope. Just the help. That's it.
All right, I'm going to say you're going to have to be next to him in order to help him, though.
Okay.
So you'll have to break your flank. But yeah, you have to be right next to him, and then you can like help pull him away, and yeah, that'll work. Ismark turns to Julie and asks, "Is everything okay?" Like he'll come down after hearing all that commotion and get in the doorway. Is everything okay?
No, we need more men.
We definitely need more help. We're dealing with something far more powerful than we can imagine.
Yeah, and Irina.
But
Oh, go ahead. You keep talking, Irina's moving too.
I was just gonna say, like, but we also need to figure out how to make this priest not do what he's trying to do right now, which is closing the door.
Right. I guess he would call over to Donovich. Donovich, what are you doing? They're trying to help your boy. And Donovich just turns to him. Indeed they are. And he still looks prepared as he's catching his breath. Doran, you're up.
Yeah, so Doran, excuse me. Doran saw the priest run past him into the room and then kind of grasped the intent of what he was saying. He's going to rush back in to the room with the trapdoor.
Absolutely. You kind of like
and
squeeze in there.
And Doran's going to try and grab onto the trapdoor to keep it open while shouting down, "Guys, you gotta get out of there! There's something horrible in there, you gotta get out!" So he's gonna try and just keep the trapdoor held open.
Yeah, alright. So whenever Donovich, if he's still intending to close it, I'll have you make an athletics check to oppose him, alright?
Yep.
But we'll see what he does on his turn. Because, Julie, you get a chance to talk him out of it, too. What do you want to do, Julie?
Well, the advantage is that after we talked about the charmed person, I'm going to use it on him now.
Ooh, this would actually work. Go for it. Post the spell so I can see the... I think it's, what, wisdom? Yeah, this is an actual person. So, yeah, this would actually work. Right, and wisdom saving throw, here you go. It is, wow, double 8. You charm him.
Oh, cool.
What do you want him to do?
I straight up tell him, do not close the door. Just help us out figure out how to calm your son down.
He lets...
And I try...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's still your turn. I apologize.
No, and I was just going to say I was going to move by the trapdoor.
Alright.
To emphasize that this is not the right way of doing it.
Alright. So you move closer to him. He gets charmed. And he kind of like looks at you with... Like, there's a desperate look in his eyes. You can definitely see him in conflict with what you're telling him. But he just nods. It's like, get your friends out of there then. We need to leave him down there. And he will not try to shut the door on his turn. You managed to keep him from doing that. And then Murdoch. You heard that chanting from above, and you are currently grappled. What do you want to do?
Murdoch will attempt to break the grapple.
Alright, go ahead and take advantage as you are getting the help action from your friend, Bran. And that will definitely break it. You pry out of his arms, and he falls to the ground, landing on his butt, and quickly gets back on his feet, but you're free. And you may move, but that took your action in order to get out of it.
Yeah.
And here comes the question of the day. Do you want to attempt and opportunity attack, or are you going to stay put?
Really? Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. Murdoch's going to take the opportunity attack and try. No, do that. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I'll take it and try to run past Bran. Try to go up.
All right.
So
So
I'll
as
take the attack first.
So you start to run up. Go ahead and start moving where you think you're going to land, and then I'll go ahead and get that attack out. So he sees you run. He quickly jumps to his feet, and he rakes out his claws like, get back here! And he gets a 15 on the attack for 8 slashing. Does 15 hit?
That hits.
Yeah, so you take 8 slashing as your back starts to burn, as blood starts to pour off the backside as he claws into you. But you're able to get away. You're able to get to the stairs. You're still hanging on. Anything else for your turn, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay, so Doru doesn't regenerate this round due to holy water. I will take that off. Take that off because that is only 1 round. He saw Bran help, and he's seen. I don't know. So here's the conflict: either he tries to get another one of you, or he tries to get out before you. I'm gonna roll a d4. 1 is Bran, 2 is Dravos, 3 he goes after Druid, Murdoch, and 4 he just tries to bolt and get out. All right. So those are the results, and I'm going to use this because I'm conflicted. All right, so here's...
Oh, God.
So he's going to...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so here's the thing. He goes 1, 2, 3. You can take your attack of
opportunity.
Yep. I don't think any of you got Sentinel at this point, but go ahead and take your attacks, and I'll go ahead and finish his move. He goes 20 here, and he starts climbing up 5 more. And he literally just walks up the side of the wall. And then he is right here at 30. And 2, 4. And a 15 does hit. Ooh, that's a nice hit. And he winces out as he feels the blades cross his back and sides. And yet he rushes down. He goes up. He's at the trapdoor. He has the dash action now, and he pops out of the trapdoor, and then he's stopped. Like, he cannot move through the space of Doran or Julie. And as soon as Doran starts to approach, like, Donovich like jerks the door a little bit, but the charm just kind of like keeps him from doing it. So you could definitely see like a bead of sweat coming on his brow, like, this isn't what I want to do. I need to keep him down there. But Doru pops out and he starts walking on the wall, goes up to the ceiling, and he's dangling upside down at this point. But still, he cannot move through the space that is there. So we'll say he's upside down on the ceiling. And music, why do you keep stopping? All right, next up is Dravos. Your Fori just ran up the stairs.
Okay, so for what I'm going to do, I'm going to run past Murdoch, and as I do so, I'm going to say grab my sword and drop it in front of him, and then get to the top of the stairs while pulling out my bow. I can see him on the ceiling directly above me, correct?
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to shoot him.
All right, go for it. 18 hits.
For 6.
Or enough. Not enough to kill him, but yeah. So an arrow protrudes through his neck, and he's pulling it out, and he throws it down at you, and we'll see if it snaps later. But yeah.
Right.
Anything else for your turn? Are you good?
Let's see. That was 5, 10, 15, 20. I can still move 10 more, and it can move through allied space, correct?
But because he's hanging off the ceiling, blocking off that entranceway, he is blocking your chance to go up.
Okay.
Like he's still within
So-
that same 5-foot range and not, he's just threatening it from a different angle.
Okay. I just wanted to double check. And then I will have to end my turn there because I can't go any farther.
Right. All right. So Dravos gets up there, shoots an arrow, and Bran, you're up.
Hmm. Okay, so it is staircase and not like a ladder at the top or anything. Yes. I'm just trying to understand like where exactly the positioning is.
Yeah, I think it'd be like a staircase leading up there.
Okay.
And yeah, at the base here, you can't like climb up there and be in that space. For one, it's the opening, right? And then two, he's hanging off the ceiling, threatening that area. But you can definitely take crack shots from the basement itself. Like if you wanted to, and this is because you can move through an ally space during your turn, just don't end your turn in their space. So like if you wanted to move in front of Dravos at the same spot that he's in, you can do something and then make sure you have room to move out. So if that was something you wanted to do.
Yeah, I really wouldn't unless like I dashed or anything.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, Doru took a shortcut.
Kind of stuck.
Yeah, Doru
10,
found a
15,
shortcut
20.
and just started spider climbing there.
Yeah, that kind of screwed everything.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna move behind Dravos and ready in action in case Doru comes back down the stairs to hit him with my sword. That's.
And with your sword? All right,
I don't
cool.
have anything else.
Alright, so yeah, Ismark is looking in here. He's like, oh no, Irina, stay back. Another spawn of Strahd. You need to stay away. And Irina just kind of like retreats further into the church. And Ismark kind of like opens up to give room in case somebody needs to get out. And he just readies his heavy crossbow. And he's not able to take a shot, but in case Doru comes through, he'll try to take a shot as soon as he gets out. Irina is just going to be protective at the moment and just kind of retreat back to the main area. And now we are back to Doran.
Okay, so this thing is dangling from the ceiling over the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
And how high up is it?
The ceiling itself is 10 feet up. So he's like dangling down 5 feet space that he's threatening right there.
Okay. If I want to try and pull him down, is that a grapple? Is that how that would be?
I think so. Let me double check something. Let me see if he can't be grappled out of this or not.
Be kind of like a shove, but in reverse, like a pull.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. Like you can force move him with half your movement if you can grapple him. Yeah, go for it.
I mean, Doran's not super strong, so I don't know if this is going to be. So that's just a straight up strength check? Is that how that
Athletics
works?
if you have it. Or just roll athletics. Got to be the 15.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, so you try
Okay,
to
so-
you try to grapple him, but he just kind of like lifts himself up and just gets out of the way. So there's your action.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to move. So yeah, I think that's it. Yep.
Who are we asking why didn't who dash? Because Doru is threatening a space that they can't get through, and Doru can't dash because, these guys are aggressive to him, so he can't get through them. The whole ally...
Dravos couldn't take his full move.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't end your space on top of an ally, and Doru is threatening that trapdoor. Alright, I just wanted to make sure. I saw that in chat real quick. Wanted to make sure we were on the same page. But yeah, so Doran, that was your turn. You just went for the grapple, but unable to do it, and you're staying put?
That's right. Yeah.
Alright, Julia.
All Oh, this is kind of hard to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my question. How big is the door, and is there any other ways out?
It's probably like as tall as the ceiling. So 10 feet.
Oh, that's a large door.
Yeah.
Alright, that throws my idea out. Then I might as well just grab another bottle of holy water and chuck it at his face, hopefully to knock him off the roof.
Alright. Yeah. Make the dexterity throw to chuck it. How much holy water can a Doru chuck if a Doru could chuck holy water?
We'll find out if I run out.
Yeah. So just roll a straight dex. Nice! 2d6.
Wonderful.
That will prevent him from regenerating.
Oh my god!
What a damage roll! You're putting in some numbers tonight. Awesome.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, at least I did what I wanted to do. I hit him!
Yeah. He hisses, and 2 points of damage just makes him wince and cringe, and he's still able to stay on the ceiling.
Aw, damn it.
You know, Donovich is like, no, you must go back down there, and he's trying. I guess Donovich is gonna try to grapple him and push him down the stairs again. So let's see how this hot mess gets handled. All right, Donovich, show us your strength. Whoa, okay.
Pretty nice.
I'm impressed.
Oh, good.
I'm impressed. Let's see what Doru gets though. Oh no!
Not quite enough.
Not quite enough. So what we see is like the father gets a hold of him, and then we just see Doru just embrace him into a hug. It's like, that's right, father. Come here. I want to have some food. And he looks like he might try to grapple him on his next turn and take a bite. However, that is Donovich's turn, and he's dangling off the ceiling at the moment. And that is definitely blocking off that trapdoor. Murdoch, you're up.
Murdoch would like to scoot up a bit, and then Murdoch will cast Create Bonfire on the Devil Vampire Spawn.
I'm gonna need a descriptor for that one real quick. I think there's some text to it, right?
Yeah.
Should look like a little chat bubble. Just click it and it'll put it in the...
Don't worry, I brought it up. You create a bonfire on ground that you can see within range. I don't think you can cast it on the ceiling.
Well, how tall is the bonfire?
5 foot cube. So it'd be 5 feet out of reach for him.
Yeah, plus he'd be creating it right on top of me.
Yeah, and technically, yeah, like there's an additional 5 feet of space that goes underneath the trapdoor to where you guys are standing. So I don't think you can create the bonfire because it needs to be on a surface that's not the ceiling.
Okay.
But no, that's fair. Like, that's why I needed to read the text, because I was like, I think that has to be on the ground, just to be fair. But I'll let you go ahead and change your mind if you want to do something else.
Sure. Murdoch will pick up the sword, and Murdoch will stay where he is at and do nothing.
Oh no. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. Like, it feels like something's gonna have to budge up here before anything can come out, you know? I mean, he already lifted him up, right? So Doru is going to attack his father. Where is your freaking token? There it is. So, goes for the claws to grapple. Let's see how much. Yeah, he gets the grapple. And then he goes, Father, I must feed. So hungry. And he takes a bite. Once again, 11 hits Donovich. And we see the priest fall limp and then fall to the ground.
Wait, does he fall on top of me?
No, he's a square
I
in the front.
gave Jason. I don't know if they gave money. Why?
Sorry, what are you saying?
I think he's talking to wifey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was muted.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's fine. I was like, did I mess up somewhere? Please, we can talk. It's
And I
fine.
couldn't hear what you said there, Star.
Yeah. So to finish this, like, no, Donovich is in the square where he's at, right? So, basically, Doru grapples him, brings him up to his lips, takes a bite, kills him, or puts him at below health, and then he just falls to the ground. And then he, like, wipes the blood off his lips, and he looks towards the two that are there before him. And just to be fair, I'm going to move him on top of his father to make room, because I don't think this is right to have you guys passing your turns down below. Are you going to let me select Donovich? I'm going to move him over there for now. And he's still there if you want to interact. But we see Doru, like, pace atop of the ceiling right above his father, and he looks, and he's like, Move or you're next. I'm fine now. I'm no longer hungry, but you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave me be. And Dravos, now you can pop out if you want.
Yes, I most definitely want to.
I'll move you over.
Kid just wanted his inheritance. That's all it was.
Oh yeah, you're going to get this lovely church.
He always said
And
bread
I'm going
and awful food.
So the priest guy is he still got to make a death saving throw, right?
Possibly.
So I would like to use my cure wounds on him.
Go for it.
For 4.
So for a moment, we see the wind get knocked out as soon as the body lands. Quickly, Dravos comes up, notices him on the ground, casts his cure wounds, and then all of a sudden, like a big old sucking noise, as life is restored to Donovich.
And then I finish my movement and stand in front of the door so he can't get out.
He is 7 foot tall, like Dragonborn, right?
That is very
Yes.
true, yeah. Donovich is currently prone at the moment, underneath Doru. And Bran, room has been made if you want to come up surface.
Yes, please.
Alright, so you spend 5 to get to the top of the stairs, and then 10 will get you right on top of the trapdoor. And then you see
Okay.
Doru there with bloody lips, within threat range, and hanging off the ceiling like a bat.
Did I happen to hear him say that we could leave? Or was that too far
No, that
away?
was a threat to leave.
Yeah, you threaten everybody to leave, otherwise they're next.
Huh.
So, what do you want to do? You could try to talk your way out if you want, or...
Interesting.
Yeah, this has been a conundrum for both sides for every time I played it, and I see this conundrum again, and it's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Okay, I will say, monster, you're going to let the priest live, yes?
He licks his lips and saying, "I am sated for now."
So you don't mind if we leave?
Leave so that I can too.
And where would you go?
He doesn't answer you, but you can make a persuasion check to see if he's going to be threatening or non-threatening. Alright, this calls for an insight. Be fair. Let's do this here. So he says, "Yes, leave me be, and you may leave. And I'll leave Father too."
I'll motion to everyone and be like, "Come on, gang! Time
So-
to search for clues elsewhere."
Yeah, so where do you want to go? Like, you still got 20 feet, I think.
To the hallway.
Yeah, feel free to move where you want. So you like go, and Doru like he was ready, but you kind of diffused him, so he let you go, trusting that you understood. And Ismark kind of like looks at you as you walk out. What are we doing? Are we letting that creature leave?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
Are we letting that creature leave? He asked.
We can let him go back down in this hole.
I don't think he's going to go back down through this hole. I think Ismark's going to go ahead. That's the thing. He's trying to ask you should he take a shot or not, because he clearly has a shot now. So, what do you intend for him to do? As he like asks you, are we letting him go? Should I shoot?
Tell him to go back down in the hole until we leave.
I'm not sure
we
he's
still have a man down there.
Who is going to come up?
Ismark's holding his action. Fine, I'll just wait and see what happens. Irina, stay back. Don't come this way yet. He goes, okay. He just kind of like wanders back further. Dorn. Dorn Rakefire, are you here? Are you muted? Are you with us?
He is muted again.
Sorry. Yeah, so Doran saw it feed on its father.
Mm-hmm.
And now is it fair to say it seems a little more conversational, more rational than it was before?
Yeah, there was a conversation that was had that if you guys leave, he'll leave you be.
Okay. Doran is going to try and play on the creature's emotions, whether it still has any feelings of affection, and be like, you almost killed your father. You can't be out here. You have to go back down. We'll make sure you get fed somehow, but you have to go back down in the basement. And he's going to try and persuade it in some manner to go back downstairs.
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion.
Oh, sure, you get the good roll.
Nice.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's
I
going
mean,
to
I'm
get
the
the good
bard,
result.
you know.
Still doesn't mean he's going to get the good result. So you're positive that you're getting his ear, and you're trying to encourage him to go back into the hole until you guys leave. Is that what I'm understanding?
Exactly.
All right. So he's mulling it over, and we'll see what he does on his turn. Did you want to move or anything, or are you good where you are?
No, I think that's fine.
All right. Next up is Julia.
Hearing that, I kind of think of an idea, and I think of casting Minor Illusion inside the pit, and kind of leave a tiny little illusion that shows a small cup of blood down there, or some kind of blood that he can enjoy. And I'll talk to Doru, saying, yeah, and we left something down there to satiate you. If you didn't see you passing by.
All right,
You didn't go up the stairs, you went up the wall.
Make cast the spell. I think it has a check I need to make. Trying to remember, is it wisdom or?
Check, I think.
Create an image of an object, blah blah blah. The image can't create sound, blah blah blah, because the then blah. See.
And my DC is 14.
So I guess he makes an investigation check to see if he believes it or not. But
Intelligence. Investigation, yeah.
Yep. Alright, so I guess that's...
I really hope he's not a smart cookie.
He's not below average, but... What was your DC?
Oh god, he's barely a smart cookie. I had a 14.
Yeah, so he looks at it and it's dimly lit to him, and he's like, shakes his head at you.
Alright, then I'm just gonna like back away from the trap door for obvious reasons.
Alright, are you just gonna move or are you gonna disengage?
Definitely gotta disengage because I don't wanna
Yeah, not even sure.
incur the wrath.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, yeah.
And if he didn't see the thing, I doubt he'll believe it unless he goes down there.
I mean, he is hanging upside down from the ceiling, so he can definitely see down there.
Oh, right, that's true.
Yeah. Upside down logic. But, yeah, do you walk out further, or you staying put where you are, or you just making room there? What are you doing? No, anything else?
I'm just moving to the corner and just making room because we also have one more person down there. But that's the end of my thing.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking what Donovich would do. Because he's technically right below, crouched down. He could do one of two things. He could flee, or he can try to do what he did before and throw Doru back down the trap door and hope to seal him in. But he is charmed. No, he's not charmed. He passed out.
Yeah, he's no longer charmed.
Plus, you cast another spell that required concentration. But anyway, yeah, so that's no longer happening. Alright, so he, sees a moment where he's back to his senses. He will make a athletics check against Doro. Ooh.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Ooh! So the priest launches himself up in the air, grabs Doro, yanks him down with him. They're both prone on the ground. He shoves him down, and that takes about 10 feet of Donovich's movement. So Doro is technically at the base. However, he slams the trapdoor shut. And he's
all in one action.
Well, it's shut. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, well, he's got it shutting, I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right. He would need an action. He is going for that door. He's going to try to shut it because he finally got his son back in the basement, and he's like, "Quick! We must seal it! We must seal it!"
I don't want to be weird, but I literally just thought of John Cena moment right there.
You can't see me. Murdoch, you got a friend.
Yep.
Run.
Yeah, run out of there, close the door, and just kind of be like, oh.
Can I disengage through his thing since I'm technically half his size?
The problem is he's threatening the very square you got to go through. If you can come up with a creative way to get around him. I will say he is prone. And if you want to try to escape from here, sell me on it. Tell me how Murdoch would try to get over this hurdle, so to speak.
So, it's the stairs to the trapdoor, and then there's no ladder or anything. It's literally just stairs all the way up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Murdoch would run up the stairs, pull out his water skin, and then be like, "Here's more holy water," and then try to dive through the little hole, since he's flat and it's an upward slope. Dive over him and through it.
So you're trying
and hopefully
to...
that the
Okay, so you're trying to trick him into thinking you're spilling more holy water on him?
Yeah, to distract him as I'm going through it.
Yeah, I like that. I'll let you decide. Deception or performance?
Deception.
You go for that. Let's give you a fighting chance, shall we? There you go. There you go.
Oh,
So-
you are one lucky little dwarf.
So Dor will
Okay.
puts his arms over his head trying to avoid the water. You're able to launch yourself off his back, and he tries to turn around to launch at you, but you're already up the stairs. The trap door is right there. What do you guys do?
Comment.
Yes.
How much space did Murdoch just use in comparison to his movement speed? Because if he didn't use all of his movement speed, he still has an action and can close that trap door.
No, my action was
uses
to dump the
action to
holy
dis-
water.
Yeah, he uses action to disable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
move.
so so my movement speed gets me out the door, and like as I'm passing you guys, you hear Murder go, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah.
He's still
Alright.
running. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, so I just noticed the turn order. I thought somebody else was going to be before him. But as soon as
Nope.
Murdoch makes it up, we see... I'm just going to make it a athletics check because now Donovich has the door. He's going to try to slam it right as the boy is trying to come up. And we're just going to see if he can get that down before he gets up. So basically,
Can I make an athletics to try to leap
nope,
uh,
you're nowhere
for
near it.
the trap?
You're nowhere near it. Like if you were right there by it,
Oh.
I would say yes, but you're nowhere near it at the moment. But right now, we're kind of like.
I had to try.
Oh, that's fair. So here's Doru, as he like tries to lunge up. Well, that's good news. Let's see how Donovich does. Donovich launches the door, and then we hear a
Oh my
loud.
God.
Father, please, I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. And we see Donovich like reaching for the chain. Quick, we must reseal. What happened to my lock? And he looks at you guys with an angry face.
Pea suit!
Oh no, I forgot about that.
I can sit on it for a little bit.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, I know one answer, but I can't give you a hint. So right now you're out of initiative. I'll let you look at your list of things you can probably do, and you let me know if you find something that'll actually work. I'll give you a quick moment to think about it. Meanwhile, I'll say hi, chat. How you been doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying the stream.
Murdoch continues into the next room, shuts the door, and then pushes the bed against the door.
Okay, that's fair. And if you want, I can tell you about that room. Let me bring up my church notes.
Well, while they're trying to figure something out, Dravos is going to literally stand on this trap door.
All right, so you go ahead and stand on the door. This dirty, lightless room contains a wooden bed, which you just pushed against the door, filled with a straw-filled mattress. Mounted above the bed, a headboard, is a wooden holy symbol. But yeah, you move the bed over there, you blocked in, and that's everything in that room.
Murdoch will grab the holy symbol and sit against the bed and use his stick, his sword, to like prop against to help leverage, and he will sit there in the fetal position.
Okay, that's fair. That is
Oh no.
all right. So, all right, yeah. So we're kind of like in a floating initiative at the moment. So, there's one thing you guys want to do. Let me know.
I would scramble to find a heavy object.
Dravos is just grabbing his holy symbol, just going, making his prayers, like, just give me the weight to keep this door shut. Like, no, we don't need this right now.
I would actually run to Ismark and I ask, do we have anything to lock that little trapdoor or anything? Do you know anything around that we could use?
We could probably tie some rope and latch it around the hole pieces where the chain used to be. If there was a way to fix the chain, that would probably be faster.
Dravos has an idea. Why not use pieces of those old benches and stack them on top of the door?
Do you want to do that?
Well, I can't move without the door coming
All right,
open.
yeah. So you guys hear that suggestion?
I do yell out to everybody that was like, the bell has a rope if you want to grab that.
But isn't that kind of needed if they're being attacked?
Aren't half of you
Look,
carrying 50
let me put
feet?
it this way. I was going to say, we are being technically attacked, And while the bell's useful, I think the rope is more useful right now. Then again, I also have asked if anyone else has checked any other areas.
Doran
Yes.
is fumbling through his pack right now, trying to find anything of use, and he
Oh,
found.
I just realized I have rope.
Yeah,
Doran also has a couple of wooden stakes and a hammer, so he's wondering if he could somehow use those to like
yeah, like
hammer the
hammer the rope down to keep it. Yeah, that sounds like an idea.
or just like jimmy the corners of the trapdoor so that it's stuck closed, kind of thing with the stakes.
Yeah, make if you want to go through with it, make an athletics check to like knock each piece in there with the amount of strength that you can do to hold it in there. And if you have
Okay.
help, you can have advantage.
I'll give him
Okay,
help,
yeah.
seeing as I'm
Okay.
standing on it.
Sounds fair to
Okay,
me.
perfect. Yeah,
Go for it.
Doran's not super duper strong, so hopefully this goes good. Hey, that's not bad.
Nice. 17. So, like, you're putting 2 stakes into the edges, and then you're just like tying the rope to the stakes to make sure it stays secured. Is that what I'm hearing?
That kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sense of it too. But yeah. So Father Doran's like, that'll at least buy me enough time to get a new lock on that chain. And he rubs his neck where his son bit him, and he groans. He was never this violent. This isn't him. This isn't like him. I just need more time. The Morning Lord will show me a way to bring him back. Yeah, he will. And he seems ragged and haggard as he tries to walk past you guys.
Wait, just to clarify, I might have been imagining it in a different way. I thought he was in the hole.
No, he like literally. Okay, so like right in front of where Dravos is, he was laying on the ground right here, right? And what he did was launch himself to the ceiling where he was dangling because I had him move. And then he just literally tore him from the ceiling, used half his movement to push him into the hole, and then he just threw him down there.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes me feel... Oh, alright, that makes me feel like less of worried about the priest being stuck down there. Okay, perfect.
He wants to
That's
live
why
too.
we were saying that he John Cena'd him into the hole.
Yeah, but I thought he John Cena into the hole.
With the moon. Okay, I got you. All right, yeah, that's confusing, but yeah, just to clarify. So yeah, he managed to throw him into the hole, and he was he was up there the whole time to shut it on him, but your friend Murdoch was down there, and before he could even make that move, Murdoch managed to escape, and then, the priest just managed to beat him for getting up the ladder or the staircase.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the clarification.
No, absolutely. But yeah, so the door has been resealed in, and for now, you guys have a chance to like recoup, rethink, and maybe find out where Oakfield or Druid went. Murdoch seems to be missing.
I was just gonna ask this guy. You know where Murdoch went?
Yes, he went into this room behind me, and he kind of like fiddles with the door. And Murdoch, you hear the door handle jiggling.
Let me try.
Yes. 1 second. Let me get out of your way.
Step aside,
Oh,
please.
this hallway is getting crowded. Let me move. I'll go this way.
Javos literally just knocks on the door. Murdoch, we got him back in the hole and it's sealed. You can come out now.
Murdoch, are you with us?
Murdoch is resting.
There you go. Okay. You say that?
Hey, who's moving me?
Oh,
Who's
wait.
moving me?
I'm moving you. Nobody else has that control. I thought I was moving the priest because you moved on top of him or something.
Oh.
Sorry.
Confused me.
Yes, I am trying. Go ahead. Keep your conversation going.
Okay, Murdoch. Just wanted to check on you, bud.
Yes, Murdoch is fine. Murdoch is just resting as I begin to drink some liquor that I have in my bag.
All right.
Yeah, you mind unlocking the door so I can come in?
Murdoch is very comfy right now. Murdoch will unlock the door later.
Oh, I was going to rest with you. Like in the room. Dravos is tired.
But yeah, I mean, he's keeping the door locked, so
Oh, okay.
he apparently wants to be alone at the moment.
Well, I'm definitely gonna go up to the other three, the priest and Irene, and check how they're doing. Mainly the priest, because, well, he did get bitten in the neck.
Yeah, he's like slumped over now, and he kind of like takes a seat on the floor. He's just kind of like nursing his wound, and Irina's trying to offer like a medicine check, if you would. Like she's just kind of like looking over, almost being like an expert herself. It's not like she hasn't been bit a couple times, right? And
Right.
Ismark is like, "Are you okay, Father? You're gonna be all right." And he looks up with sad eyes. Not down there.
Well, in their defense, you really didn't give too much info.
It wasn't their problem. I would take care of it. I will take care of it.
In the short amount of time I've been with these guys, they kind of will do things on their own, unless told specifically what's going on.
I will take that under advisement. There.
Start. This is the look at the father.
Yeah, he's weakened a little bit, but he's definitely alive thanks to you.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. He turns to you. You were the one that brought me back.
Yes, Father. I only get one of those per short rest or long rest, but you were the only one down, so I figured you needed it the most.
Thanks.
Not a problem.
Irina just kind of like asks, are you going to be okay if we leave you here alone? And he nods. He says, it'll be fine. I'll make my way to the tavern and just worry about stuff there. Ismark just kind of like looks at him and, be strong, Father. I am sure you'll find a way to bring your boy back. And then Ismark looks towards like any of you in particular and just kind of like shakes his head like, I don't think so, kind of look.
Ismark, would you help me move some of this heavy wood on top of that hatch just to make sure that there's a little more resistance to that door? As Dravos starts picking up heavy pieces of wood.
Father, would that be okay with you? And he nods and says, yes, that makes me feel a lot better. Please, go ahead. Irina kind of like nurses his neck, seals the wound off, like wraps a bandage around it, eventually like finding a med kit of some sort that's laying around. And yeah, we see like bandages being wrapped around him. And he stands up and it's like, Doru was a good boy. Listen, he did not ask for this. He did not wish for this. This was not his doing. This isn't his fault. He shouldn't be punished for this. That wizard, I tell you.
I would kind of ask him directly, can you tell me more about this wizard?
Yeah,
Is he still around?
Well, in the revolt at Castle Ravenloft, there were several villagers that stormed it along with Doru. They've been lured by this wizard in black robes who came to Barovia from faraway land. By all accounts, though, the wizard was said to have died by Strahd's hand, and so too did Doru, who returned to me. And he starts to bawl in this state. I've kept him under the undercroft in hopes that the gods would answer my prayers one day. that the Morning Lord was still out there, that he would bring providence.
Well, eventually, as I know what Ismark hinted at, it's like probably not. It's like, if you pray hard enough, it's very possible it might happen. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Every day, I'm still waiting. I shall continue that vigilance. I am grateful that you did not kill him.
Well,
And I'll
I don't know if that was
quietly
really an
scoff, saying,
option.
"Yet."
Yeah.
It was on the table at any point, but
Yeah.
yes, our restraint was definitely in play here. Let's say that
Yeah.
for sure.
I should probably not waste any more of your time. If you have places to go, Ismark, Irina, I shall see to it that your father finishes his burial. We've pretty much done the rites. And first thing in the morrow, I should make sure the dirt is spread evenly. And with that, Ismark kind of like nods and turns to those who are present. Shall we return to the manor then? Perhaps take a long rest.
I definitely could use one. I
Yes,
will
that
go
sounds
wake.
very good. Let's get it.
I will definitely go and wake
Hold on.
our sleeping friend Murdoch.
Either Bran
Before
or
I-
Dravos. Oh, I'm sorry. Bran or Dravos. I can't tell which one, but you were saying something in there too.
Dravos was saying he was going to
Alright.
wake Murdoch.
I mean, Doran. Go. What was I doing?
Yeah, Doran was just saying that leaving and going and resting sounds like an excellent idea.
And what were you saying, Julie?
I wanted to ask the priest before we head out. It's like, is it possible that we can reload on holy water as well?
Are you
Do
asking?
you have the capabilities?
Let me double check. Like, as much as he's a priest, he definitely doesn't have the help full of a high level one. He has no way to do it.
Oh, that's good to know.
So he tells
But then
you.
I would ask,
He tells you in no uncertainty. He's like, I'm not as skilled as my other kin, but maybe someone in Falaki could probably produce what you need.
do you also know if they have like any kind of scriptures that might help us out or holy? I forgot to mention that I'm a researcher, so I've been wanting to know about that.
I would have no idea, but you adventurers might have better luck speaking with the Fastani, and he kind of scoffs a bit. But they say that Madame Ava, she might know the things that you're trying to ask. I'm afraid I can't be of much
I've
help.
heard of her.
Yeah, you did. And he says that out loud to you.
Oh no, I haven't met her personally, but I think a couple of our party members have.
Well, what's the intent, everybody? What do you want?
Well, Dravos is going to wake Murdoch and be like, "Hey, Murdoch, we're getting ready to go back to the big manor to get a long rest, my friend."
Murdoch has 47 minutes left.
He's gonna stay here.
I think Dravos might just like kick the door in and carry Murdoch if he's all right with that. Like,
Murdoch
I
is
mean,
not alright with that.
But it's your character. You do what you want to do.
because I mean, like, Dravos doesn't like the idea of leaving Murdoch in a like worship house that has a vampire under the floor. You know what I mean?
Have you tried to persuade him?
Yeah, you could.
We got
Or
cookies.
Charmin.
I offer to stay with Murdoch until he's ready to leave.
That
I mean,
would work too. Like,
yeah.
I just don't feel safe with leaving him here alone.
Murdoch has 46 minutes left.
Okay, so Murdoch is hell bent on staying put for an hour, and you guys are welcome to spend a short rest, and then
I'll spend a short rest.
Yeah, so if you guys want to spend an hour here,
Then before I spend an hour, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You first.
I was just gonna ask if I could take one candle from the priest.
Do you want to ask him for it, or do you just want to take it?
I definitely would ask him for it because, well, it's kind of hard to take candles when they're all around the podium.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, if you ask him, he hands you one and says, yes, don't ever stay in the dark. Make sure you light your way.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Father.
At least I can... And he's still, like, he's dumbfounded. Like, after all the ordeal that you guys put him through, he's debating on whether or not he should be friendly or not. But then again, he is a priest of the Morning Lord, so he's doing his best to be, like, vigilant. And you can definitely see him struggling. Like, yes, you're very welcome. And yeah, Dravos, you and Ismark spent a good half hour putting wood and heavy materials upon the trapdoor that we once in a while hear, boom, boom, boom. Let me out! Let me out! Father!
Which is instantly replied with, not gonna happen.
Yeah, and you eventually barricade that trapdoor, maybe even fill this room with so much debris that there's just no way to get into it.
Works for me.
Yeah, like I said, that takes you about a half hour. Ismark and you are both proud of your little moment. And then
I do want to ask the priest a question. I'm going to ask him if he knows if there's any decent smiths, like blacksmiths, around.
He shakes his head to the question. He's like, there's no smiths in the village, I can tell you that much.
Okay, because I'm going to need to reload on arrows fairly soon. I'm already down by 7.
Oh, if it's arrows you need, that's different. I thought you were needing weapons or something. You might be able to get some arrows, but... And he goes quiet for a moment as he's starting to suggest whatever it is.
Well, I'm starting to get the idea that I might need like something of the nature of silver or something, because these standard arrows really ain't cutting it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, that's... Well, yeah, that's probably...
That's why I said smith.
Yeah, so you probably won't find anything here. However, if you're needing to restock on arrows, you could probably go to Bildras Mercantile. But, I must warn you, he's not selling at a pretty penny, if you get my drift.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Shakes his head and weakly starts to go towards his bedroom, which is over at sea, fortunately. I shall be turning in for the night. If you all are good, I'm sure you can see your way out.
Yes, Father.
After 46 minutes, Murdoch will exit his room, leaving it exactly how he entered it.
Okay.
And he will say, "Murdoch is ready when you are."
Okay.
And he tries to like compose himself the best he can.
If there was anybody who shot an arrow, you need to make survival checks. Let me know how many arrows you shot.
Well, I shot one, but I was downstairs.
Yeah, survival, just to see if it survived. Like a 12 is what you're looking to beat. Like if you're desperate to get that arrow back, I mean, yeah, that arrow's gone. The order who made sure of it, he snapped it as soon as it landed. Alright. So, as you guys leave the church, we hear the haunting sounds of Father! Father! And you eventually re-enter into the streets of Barovia.
Murdoch will give Drevos back his sword, and on exiting the church, he will turn into a dire wolf, and follow the rest of the party.
Drevos is just like, thanks.
I follow, but I stick with Irene as well.
Yeah, Irina and Ismark just kind of like guide you back to the manor. Just put us back on the village map for now, so you can kind of like get a lay of the town. But
Yeah, Dravos is gonna follow suit with the ladies to try to give them a little more protection.
So with that, you guys spend the better part of the day, or you finished up. Let's see, it was 5. You took a short rest. Puts it at about 6. Well, let's say it's about 7 at night, and this music is just way too happy for what's going on right now. Yeah, as you kind of like reapproach the manor, you can see like this mist kind of like coming in softly. Like this place is always misty, but it's spilling in like almost like a fog. And you guys head back to the manor, and Irina and Ismark welcome you both in. Please make yourselves at home. I must advise though that don't unboard any of the windows. But you're welcome to take a room upstairs.
Dravos walks upstairs, walks into one of those said rooms, steps inside the door, just falls over face first and passes right out.
Sounds good. Okay, so Irina just kind of like, I should probably make something to eat. Are you all hungry?
I've certainly acquired quite a thirst. If you have any
Wine?
anything that might help with that. Yes, exactly.
Ismark goes, I got just the thing. He wanders off into the kitchen-like area, comes back with a bottle, some glasses. Well, thank you again, and pours glasses for those who may want it. Thank you for
At the mention of wine,
Mhm.
Murdoch will drop his wolf form.
Nice. We got you out of your fur. That's nice. Well, come.
I would like to ask Ismark, do you happen to have any champagne?
He stares at
Really?
you like, what? I don't get the reference.
You know, the good stuff.
We have some Dragon Fighter Crush. That good enough?
Just wine.
Yeah. All
I'm enjoying his character so much.
He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's all they really have around here is wine. You're not gonna find any ale breweries around here, my friend. But wine is the blood of this land. Ironic.
Curiosity, did anybody actually hear the thud?
The what?
The thud?
The thud when
Thunder?
Dravos fell face first. No. Thud. THUD.
Oh, whenever he thudded in bed. I think everybody watched you leave. And
Oh, no, I didn't even fall into a bed. I took one step inside the bedroom door and fell face first on the floor.
You know, I'm going to roll perception to see if I did.
I think Doran was just fixated on getting some wine. That's probably all he's thinking about.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely heard that.
Yeah. Do you do anything about it? I think that's the real question he's wanting answered.
I was just curious if anybody heard it, but yes, that too.
Probably not, because I kind of assumed that based off of how he was acting and, me hearing him talk to Murdoch, I just assumed, oh, well, he's going to sleep for a while.
All right. So everybody has wine. Everybody has the moment of the evening. Spend the next hour or so just carousing with Ismark, and if there's anything you want to ask him before he turns in and Irina does, you're welcome to interact with them before they turn in for the night.
After his glass of wine, Murdoch will ask Ismark, is it normal to hide vampire devils in everyone's basement?
Well, if you were to ask me that honestly, I would be very careful going into any other houses. You never know which ones are filled with Strahd's demons.
Well, in Murdoch's experience, that was a church
Mhm.
of some sort. Is it all churches, or is it like the Ian? Would that have a vampire underneath it, or a devil, or?
So he looks at you seriously and he goes, "You know what? The way those wenches run that tavern, I wouldn't doubt it."
But you are a patron there?
Well, they sell wine. I have to go somewhere, don't I?
Murdoch does not like this place.
Nobody does, friend. And he takes a deep drink of his wine. Go ahead.
Doran is wondering if Ismark knows anything about this wizard that the priest was speaking of, the black wizard that had something to do with his son.
No, that guy, huh? He takes a big swig after that previous conversation. He says, I know bits and pieces, but I was not there when it happened. But apparently, some wizard in black robes came into our village, told a big old story of how he was going to go up to Ravenloft and face off against Strahd, and asked everybody to join him. And look where it got him. Strahd can't be beat. He is just too powerful. This is his domain after all. Takes another deep swig of his wine. I'm sorry if I seemed a little out of mind there, but as you can see, his land is nothing but despair and hopelessness. We leave for Falaki in the morning. Is that clear?
Sorry, we're leaving for where? Who's going where? What?
Falaki, that's where I asked you to take Irina so that she can be away from Strahd.
I think that's a good choice.
Yes, remember the main story plot I gave you last... No.
Right.
Yeah, that thing. Oh, what was I thinking?
Oh yeah, that place.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, okay. Now
Looking
we're
forward
back.
to going there.
You all should get rest. And
before we sleep, Mr. the Lesser, do you happen to know, do you have like a booklet or like a pamphlet or something that will explain to us an easier way to kill vampires? Because clearly we suck at it.
I would not know personally, but perhaps somebody in Valaki might have better expertise. There are more lively people in Falaki than there are here in Barovia. So maybe the answers you seek are there.
I will say this out of the character. You know, when it comes to that whole getting some rest for morning for travel, Dracos is a step ahead of y'all.
Oh, this is also.
Would there happen to be like classic cliches of how vampires are handled? Such as wooden stake in the heart, etc., etc.
Don't forget garlic bread.
Garlic, garlic bread.
Definitely garlic bread. If you have garlic bread, he is. So if you're asking him if he knows any wives' tales, so to speak, like let me see, I'll do a history check on him to see if he would.
Well, if even that, or if any of us would know.
Yeah.
Would we need to roll for that, or
religion for you guys?
Murdoch will roll.
While they do that, I'm definitely going to snap my fingers and point at Irene and go like, after you finish cooking, will you show me around the house a little bit so I don't get lost?
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be much appreciated.
Alright, so Doran, what I will give to you is that the biggest wives' tale that you know, and probably, yeah, you're the only one that would know, is that vampires are not allowed in without permission. Like, they need permission to enter into someone's domain.
Yeah, of course, yes, everyone knows that vampires need to be invited in. He'll share that with everyone. Like, obviously, guys, we all know this, right?
And
you have to invite them in. They can't come in.
And Ismark would shoot daggers into the kitchen as he kind of like stares at Irina, as if something was her fault.
Oh.
Doran, so if Murdoch was to draw a circle around himself in the sand with his staff, the vampire could not enter the circle.
They don't think a circle qualifies as a personal home domain.
I think it requires a door.
You need a turtle shell.
Yeah, I think we're in the wrong campaign for that. But yeah, he just yes, entering into one's domain with permission. However, he is very crafty. He is very charming, and he stares towards Irina.
And Mr. the Lesser,
Yes.
how much does a normal home run here in Barovia?
Why do you ask? Do you want to stay? This manor might be coming up pretty soon.
Murdoch does not have a personal domain, if you will.
Well, as long as we don't open that door and tell Strahd, yes, you can come in, we'll be fine. This will work out in the same meaning.
Murdoch
Oh.
must point out that you just did that. If he was standing outside, you just said, Strahd, you can come in, and it could have worked.
How about
I'm just imagining.
he pours you another tall glass of wine. He literally does not stop until it pools at the top. Drink up, friend.
Murdoch thanks you.
Yes, thank me. Now drink up, friend.
Thank you, Mr. the Lesser.
Yes, I will remember this.
I mean, hopefully you don't drink too much.
I think that's kind of the point.
So, at this point, he just kind of like... Well, he's still there for a moment if somebody else has questions, but if it continues like this, he will get aggravated and just walk off. But if nobody else... Yeah. If
Ron, you and Doran... I was gonna
yeah,
chat with the half-elves who are still in there. You two seem to be the most knowledgeable when it comes to these devil/vampires. Is there anything we can do to prepare other than have a moving home?
Apparently, I don't know anything.
So
Doran's unsure. Other than keeping them out of the abode, he doesn't really know a lot, I guess.
Is it a bad idea then to travel to these Vallaki?
our only hope.
Perhaps, but it seems like we've offered to help, and we should try and do whatever we can.
You're
Murdoch
each
will take a
handed...
bigger drink.
Yeah, and then as you guys are having that conversation, a bowl of stew is handed off to everybody. It's the least I can do in short notice.
So somewhat off topic. The priest rang the church bell, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Did it sound like it was a big bell or a small bell?
It was definitely big. Like, we're talking
Like
huge bell.
Liberty Bell size?
Yeah, definitely. Like what you would expect in a church.
So safe to assume it's very heavy.
And very loud.
And very loud.
Yeah.
I was just about to die laughing when he asked the size of the bell. If he said it was like the tiniest bell, I just would have died.
Oh, it's like the size of your pink...
I was thinking like, size of like your head or something like that, or like Liberty Bell size.
Yeah, it's literally a church bell, like you would find in most church towers. If you haven't been to church,
Okay.
well, maybe you should. No. But yeah, Irina.
No thanks, I'm afraid I'll catch on fire.
Yeah, Irina goes over to Julia and says, "If you want that tour,
Oh, I'd love to have that now.
if you'll excuse us." And you both have a bowl of stew that you can eat while you're taking this tour. But she like shows you upstairs and starts showing you a room you can use for the night.
Wonderful.
And you both pass by a door that I assume Dravos is like slapped in the middle of and on the floor. Is that what I'm seeing here? The door open still, or did you manage to close it? Yep. So we see Dravos.
I didn't even manage to get the door closed. I took a step in and just fell forward.
Yep. So we see Dravos keeled over, and she just kind of whispers over to you, "Is he going to be okay?"
I think he'll be fine if you could hear him now.
Oh. Well, I guess he's got that room.
Do you think we should put like a blanket on him or something?
Yes, we can do that. And she'll jump over his body and pull the blanket off the bed and grab the daft pillow that's there and slowly shove it under his head. I guess that's better than nothing.
And it looks comical because the blanket's like super tiny on Dravis.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like this thing is only covering his haunch, if that.
It's like trying to cover a person with a towel.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so he's launched there. He's set in his ways, and she goes, "Is there anything else you want?"
Not here. Let's head to a room.
All right. So yeah, the pair of you walk off into another room, and she shows you to her room. Let me see if there's a descriptor for this, because I remember there were some, but I have to remember what everything was. And we are getting close to time, my friend. So hope you're enjoying the overtime. Here. Yeah, this is one of those moments where it takes me to find everything.
And for those that are watching at home, don't forget to hit that follow button and turn on the notifications if you would. It'd be a great help to the channel.
Mm-hmm. I have a YouTube too if you want to check that out. It's where we archive everything. But I'll go into announcements after the game. So Irina just shows you into her room, and you can see what looks like a pretty plain room. Definitely, you could tell the feminism in here, as there's like a jewelry box that's off to one side, and a small wardrobe where she keeps dresses. But
Oh my god, you got Gucci there, don't ya?
he has to have something, right? Where's she gonna get all those cool clothes? But yeah, on that note, yeah, we can pick this up next week if you want, or we could just have a quick moment. But if you think it's going to take longer, we should definitely call it next week.
Let's save that for later.
All right, that'll give me time to like prepare it a little bit more. But yeah, that's our show for tonight, guys, and you guys are going to be able to hopefully get a long rest, and we will get one step closer to Felecki, perhaps, or maybe even finding out who Madame Ava is. We shall see. Until then, join these guys next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Join us tomorrow night at 6 p.m., where I will be taking Leon through his final realm of Harlhelm, which is a little dream thing that I've been doing with Silhouette. She's a great DM, and if you're interested in her campaign, she does that Saturday mornings, and I think she has like a paid service for it. And you'll definitely get more material if you pay for it. So she's worth it if you want to go into that. Join us Friday for our open roleplay session that starts at 4 p.m. Central. And we invite you to come in and join the storyline. And you're welcome to do that. ! RP in Twitch chat will give you the actual game that we're playing in. Join us next Monday for Elsperia campaign once again as we continue our adventure, and hopefully Faustus doesn't die. He managed to survive last session. But with all that, I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. And my wonderful cast, I want you to go ahead and say goodnight to Twitch and Facebook.
Good night, Twitch. Good night, Facebook.
Good night, Twitch and Facebook. I hope you have a lovely night.
And don't forget the social distancing.
You other guys want to say goodnight?
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night.
So long, friends.
And with that, if you stay put, we're going to raid. I know you people want your cookie clusters. I'm going to get you some cookie clusters, so hang out. But do you hear the calling?